Mm.
But I believe in you, Stu. I believe in your power to transform your situation.
Well, we've got a dude coming to do it, so like
It'll
you know,
definitely
it's
be
not.
fixed because it's going to be an extension, not a conservative.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
but there are all sorts of reasons why the sound might be messed up on your end.
There won't be because it's going to have a proper
I'll believe
roof
it when
on.
I hear it. I'll believe it when I hear it.
Right,
all
are we
right,
ready?
We're live on YouTube.
We're live, yeah.
We're live. I'm recording.
I am recording.
Why'd you say that?
Yeah, what a weird sound to make.
Yeah, really. All right, are we ready to start?
Yep.
I think so.
Let's start the motherfucking show, bitch.
Get into it. This is not good radio.
Welcome yo to the veteran gamers.
Hey, what happened?
Fellas will tell you about every single game that you play in this week.
So,
News,
ain't you guys
reviews,
gonna
and
ask me about my hat?
Stu story time and Chinny's game breakers. Here comes Duke with the soundbite savior.
Just moronic commentary and stupid sound effects, and it's just dumb. It doesn't make any sense.
Veteran gamers. It's the veteran gamers. It's the veteran gamers.
Please don't touch my floppy cock.
Yeah, boy.
How do you know?
Switch that console off before you have to press repeat, yo.
Boy, I really hope somebody got fired for that blunder.
Hello and welcome to episode 708 of the Veteran Gamers Podcast.
Yay, 708. What's up, people? Welcome to the show. I'm Duke.
I'm Stu.
Hello.
And I'm not John. That information on the stream is incorrect. It's going to
What's it
get
say?
fixed forthwith. Don't you worry, people.
Oh,
We
yeah,
are
you
not
sure?
military veterans. We are veterans of the gaming lifestyle. And we come at you live every week, Sunday evenings, 2:30 p.m. Central Time in the U.S. What is it, 8:30 there in the U.K.?
Yep.
Something like that.
Today is Sunday, the 30th of July.
Yeah.
It's the last. Is it the last day of July or is tomorrow?
No,
the
31
31st?
days in July.
Okay.
Do you not know the rhyme,
days.
Duke? Did they not teach you that in America?
I learned on my knuckles.
No,
Oh,
ready?
yeah,
Are you-
yeah.
have you heard the rhyme, Duke? Are you ready?
I've heard the rhyme. I can never remember which months go in there because you could put any
It's
in there.
30
days, half September, November, June, and December.
April, June, and November. All
Right,
the rest have 31, except in
Sure.
February alone, which has 28 days clear and 29
That's
each week.
easy to
year.
remember like that. Look at
There you
that.
go.
It's
This
so
is
easy.
so
Anyway, the point
boring.
is, right. Yeah, we're video game players. We love video games. That's why we're here to talk
Sure.
about video games.
Yeah,
And an
John.
early shout out to John Nezzi for taking my place
it's
last
a
week.
shame,
He was
man.
awesome.
John.
Shout outs to Chinny for running the soundboard last week.
Yeah. I did all right.
Tell
Saying
you, it
over
was
and over
seamless.
again,
Seamless.
we don't need him. We
Yeah.
don't need him. Meaning
We don't
me.
need him.
Yeah,
We don't
correct.
need
Yeah,
you.
correct.
Right.
Just
You can
as
say
good.
that about any
Right.
one of us, though, Duke, to be honest.
Yeah, it is true. We don't need any of us, really. Let's be honest.
Safe
Yeah.
to say I didn't download that fucking sound clip, did I?
No, you didn't.
Well, I had saved up these Always Sunny in Philadelphia sound clips, ready to debut them when I returned from my trip.
But no.
Well, I didn't get a chance because Chinny swiped them
Well,
and used them.
I was downloading some of the clips on your soundboard, and I was like, which ones do I
Yeah.
like? And I went, oh my god, he's got all these other ways. He's never played these, so I'm going to download these.
Yeah, I'm gonna take his thunder.
Yeah. Well, they're
But that's
very
okay.
good.
I'm
I
not
like them a
mad.
lot. Yeah.
I'm glad you liked them.
Yeah,
Yes. I like them too.
All
All right, so how is everybody?
Yeah, fine.
I'm
I've got to take my
alright.
jumper off, and it's related to
Ooh.
where I've been today. So
So let's see then.
when I take
Release
my-
the nip. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I can't hear you, so I can.
Ah,
Oh, I can't hear us
yeah.
call him a
Audio
twat.
listeners,
Look at his
I'm
sexy
taking my
body.
jumper off.
Oh yeah, look
Oh,
at that.
yeah,
Oh, he's
he's a
taking his shirt
sexy
off as
chin.
well. Oh, he's taking his
Woo!
pants off now.
Woo! Jesus.
Woo-hoo!
Those people who are audio listeners only, you are missing
Daddy to
out.
be, it says on his shirt. Look at
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Aw, that's so sweet. So today, okay, he's putting his headphones back on. So then I take it, Chinny, today you got that shirt made with the fetus's footprints?
Well,
Is that how big your child's
bloody
feet
hell.
are?
If they're that big, then Tara's got.
Tara's in
problems.
for a heck of a
Yeah.
delivery.
That is going to be a massive baby.
No, well, Tara had her baby shower.
Ugh.
But the men were there.
Oh, it's a bit
So
weird.
That sounds like it could be a lot of fun.
Well, Stu, I know Stuart was like, that's fucking weird. That's how
What
you
a
fucking do it."
baby.
Well,
Fucking
the sound Stu
shower.
made was just like, I
Yeah.
thought he just got hit in the nuts or something.
I did. That's what it is. That's the equivalent of a baby shower.
I'm sorry you didn't have fun at a
Between
baby
that,
shower
right, it's
ever,
not
Stu.
low,
I've been
can I
to
just
several and
say-
they've been quite fun.
can I just say, baby showers aren't quite in the same league as gender reveals.
Oh no.
Well,
Anyway,
no,
they
those
they
are
are
much
fucking
worse.
awful.
at least like
Yes.
baby showers have a purpose, and that is
Yeah.
give me fucking stuff.
Give me
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, we
Give us some money!
the brothers-in-laws and me went out last night on the lads last
Oh
night.
yeah.
Yeah. so
Shots.
we went to a gaming place. We went to NQ64. Have you heard of this, Stu?
I haven't, no.
NQ64 is a gaming bar.
Ooh.
All right, okay.
That's all the rage these days.
So yeah, we went to like Pit Pat Golf first, and then we went to this gaming bar called NQ64 in Birmingham at the Custard Factory. Yes, it's called the Custard Factory. That's what it's called. And yeah, so you go in. It's a normal bar. People drink and all that sort of stuff. All the cocktails are sort of gaming themed and all this sort of shit. And then there's a ton of arcade games. There's some stuff that you don't need tokens for, like Mario Kart Double Dash, Mario Kart 64, Tekken, GTA San Andreas was there for some reason. Some other stuff.
All right.
And then there was like arcade cabinets, like Bubble Bobble Puzzle Quest, Space Invaders, Miss Pac-Man,
Nice.
the Turtles, the Simpsons, Guitar Hero arcade, like an arcade version of Guitar Hero, and you buy 15 tokens for £8.
Wow.
So in American dollars, that's probably $8 these days.
That's not cheap though. When you think that's
It's not
50p
cheap,
a go, more or less, isn't it?
Well, but that's what it used to be back in the day.
That's what I mean. But it's not cheap, is it?
Well, inflation would say that it should be more. So anyway, like I bought £16 worth of tokens, so like 30 tokens basically, and it was more than enough for us to keep going. I wasn't in there too long, but that was good. And then today, Tara got a baby shower, but the men wasn't really supposed to be there, but to make up the numbers, we had to be there because we needed to like fill out the venue a little bit. So the men got invited, and it was good. So I got this little T-shirt that says "Daddy to be," and we got loads of stuff.
Did you get everything you wanted?
No.
Oh no! What did you want that you didn't get?
More money.
A cart.
Give us some money!
Yeah, and I was like, "Is that it? Is that it?" Yeah. So we had like a quiz, like my brother-in-law's wife did like a quiz, and she said like on average, see if you know the question, see if you know the answer.
Go on.
Oh, it's quiz time.
On average, how many nappies does a newborn baby go through a week? Do we know?
Oh, right. I'll have a good guess at this. I
2 a
reckon
day,
it's,
so 14.
Play in the chat. Darren Sim, James Bevan,
No,
Ian,
I
Dave
reckon
Johnson
it's,
playing in the chat. How many in a week?
I
am
reckon
going
about
horse racing.
35 to 40, maybe slightly more.
What do you reckon, Duke?
14.
You're both very incorrect.
What's the answer?
Actually, it's probably way more.
It's 70.
Oh,
7-0.
70.
10 a day?
70.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
In the chat, it's James Bevan said 60. You're close. Darren Sim said
That's a
21.
spoiled kid, man. Just change him every other day. or
Dave
something.
Johnson said 50. James Bevan was close. Yeah, 70. Because of.
Wow,
I just
that's crazy.
I was. Did
Yeah,
I
they're
tell
just
you-
wee and shit all the
I
time.
Did I tell? I was in Aldi, right? Aldi's a classy supermarket here in the UK, Duke. And
yes.
I was in Aldi, and they had this offer on nappies, right? This is my life now. This is what I have to think about.
This
right?
is your life. Where's the
Yeah.
offer on the nappies?
So I was,
This is your
there was
life.
like
This is your life. This
a
is your life.
baby
This is your life.
Aldi sale. So we went to that and we bought a lot of these nappies on discount. And there was this guy in front of us, and he saw me put the nappies down, and he went, "Mate, what are they like? That brand? Are they any good?" I went, "Well, to be honest, mate, I haven't got a baby yet. I should have stopped there because that would have made me look really weird. Do you know what I mean? I would have gone, I haven't got a baby. In fact, I don't even have a wife. I just like buying nappies." No, I said, "Oh, I haven't got a baby yet."
These are great for my adult baby
yeah.
gameplay.
These are eye patches for when I go on a plane. Yeah, so I said, no, we're expecting, so we're just sort of buying them. And he went, "Oh, yeah, because we keep getting blowbacks, as in like when the nappy like shits, when the baby shits itself so much it shits up its back. Right?
Yeah.
Oh,
But he,
Yeah,
right.
that happens.
he referred to it as a blowback, as in like when a car sort of, blow.
Sure.
And I was like, that's what I'm going to call it from now. Whenever the baby like shits
There
so
you
much,
go.
it's like we got a blowout. We keep getting blowouts. That's it. A blowout. We keep getting
Yeah, there
blowouts.
it is. Blowout.
So yeah, that's what I'm going to call it.
Yeah,
Um,
Poonam is the other phrase
Poonam,
used
yeah.
quite often.
It's a little bit
Well,
rude,
that
that, isn't it?
occurrence.
But anyway, that's what I've been up to. That's my story time. Thank you very much. And I've got a
Yeah.
scone here. I've just had a samosa. I've got a random food time, but I've got
Oh.
As I might as well tell you about the conservatory conversions. So, as I alluded
shit.
to earlier,
I just realised I've got a scone with jam and cream.
a
I don't-
scone. Are you some fucking middle class
No,
Just-
hoity-toity?
Yes,
First
go
of
ahead.
all,
bloody
Chinny, you got a
scone.
scone with
It's
the
a
jam and
scone.
cream.
You clearly wasn't listening when I said it the first time round about like
Ah.
2 minutes ago.
Yeah,
And
really.
also, I don't have a. What was it? Is it? Which way is the right way, Stu? Is it cream or jam first?
No, then you see,
Because
there's a lot.
Devon do
But
one way and Cornwall.
according to
Oh my
Devon-
God! Are you kidding me?
according to Devon, it's jam.
Sorry,
first,
anybody who
then
tuned in for
cream.
video games, I'm very sorry. We were going to talk about them at some
jam
point.
then cream is what I'm saying.
Hey, I
Is
must
it
eat them in
clotty
this
cream? Have you got
order. you
proper
see.
clotty cream there?
I think so.
Oh, I love clotty cream. Can't
Yeah,
beat it.
clotty-
Can't beat it.
clotty cream.
But yeah, as I alluded to earlier, in a couple of, well, I say a couple of weeks, we're hoping to have it started by the beginning of September. So probably a month and a bit. Probably a little about a month and a bit.
What?
Yes, we're having
conversion.
the conservatory is
right.
being removed and fully replaced. So it's
I'm
going.
sorry, but like baby stories beat a fucking
Yeah, it does.
extension.
But
No, it's
can I
fine. We've
just
all got
say-
stories to tell. It's
Can I
fine. Go
just
ahead,
say,
Stu.
we're gonna have aluminium bifolds, aluminium windows in here, proper
You called me
roof.
posh with saying scone.
I know, black
You're
as well.
fucking
We're
posh,
going
man.
black.
Black.
2 skylights,
Posh.
proper roof on top. It's gonna be nice.
The interesting thing about that is
But it ain't cheap. That's the key. So it's like, for God's sake, man, all that money
See, Paul
But-
McLaren in the chat saying,
gotta be
what
done.
game's next? What are you talking about? Fucking conservatories for you and babies.
I know. Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah. Well, I actually
Oh,
have
Dave
a story
Johnson
to
says, did
tell.
you use the savings from the cheaper hair dye usage? No, I didn't.
Yeah, they're
Say.
getting
All right,
suspicious.
Well,
Stu.
I got an
My
actual
favorite
story.
time. It's story time. Story time.
I went to Florida to see family. That's why I was gone last week. What?
Nice.
And
What?
in case anybody missed it, I did comics travel journal. Each day
Yeah,
I
I
drew
saw
one or
it.
two
I
pages
saw
of
it.
comics. Yeah, they're fun. So if you didn't check those out, go look on Facebook. You're welcome. And if you're not my friend on Facebook, then it sucks to be you. You don't get to see my cool what's it? Anyway,
Travelogue.
yeah, it was great to see my brother and my nephew and my friends and my mom and yeah, my stepdad and lots of other people. And it was great and fun. And I didn't really play any video games, but that's
Can I
okay.
just
It's good
say-
to have a break sometimes.
Can I just say,
That was like 24 seconds. That's the longest I've ever been able to tell a story without Stu jumping in. Can I just say? Go ahead.
No, I was only going to ask the last time when you did your video journal, am I going mad or did you pass the giant donut or something? Or go to
I
somewhere
don't-
where there's this giant donut?
When- if you're talking about the travel movie that I made with the
Yeah.
Duchess, at one point we passed a giant peach.
Oh, a peach. I knew there was something gigantic.
Yes.
I
And
don't
that
remember
was
what
like
it was.
17 years ago.
Yeah,
it
no,
was
I've
many,
done
many
quite well
years
to
ago,
remember that.
yes.
I'm
Right,
well,
but that was a
remember
good reason to
it-ish.
interrupt my
Remember
story,
ish.
yeah.
He's never slow
Sure.
to pat himself on the back, is he? Stu?
I know.
Go on, Duke. How was your
You know,
travel?
Anyway,
even at my age, I
it
can
was
still
great.
remember stuff.
The travel back was a little long because we had a delay on the flight, but it wasn't too
Oh,
bad.
you took a flight? Yeah, okay.
Oh yeah, I flew there. I flew back. 2
Wow.
flights each way. Rental car. It was great. And on the way there, I watched a documentary film called Not a Game. I don't know if anybody's seen this in the chat. You guys seen this
No.
on Netflix?
No.
It's very interesting. It bills itself. It occurred to me, and this is a more, I think, kind of an interesting point about a lot of media. The marketing, the advertising of a product, movie, game, book, whatever, is the last thing added on, but it's the first thing that we interact with when we see it, right? So when you
Correct,
see a
yeah,
movie
yeah,
poster,
yeah.
that's, your first impression of it. Maybe, I mean, you might have seen trailers or something, but a trailer is the last thing made after the movie's been done. So I don't know. I just think it's interesting because this documentary, Not a Game, is presented as like a look at what happens when people take gaming too seriously.
Oh, okay.
And that's part of it, but there's a lot of other parts to it as well. There isn't just one approach to things in this film. So they do show kids like losing their minds when they have to stop playing the game, and this one kid's like beating up this inflatable, like punching bag, and like with a baseball bat when his mom tells him to stop playing. I feel really sorry for the mom there because this kid's losing his mind. It's nuts. But they also follow kids who like become professional Fortnite players. There's this group of senior citizens who form their own gaming squad and they compete in tournaments and stuff. It's really cool. There's this kid who was very sick, and he had this treatment that caused his face to like swell up to the point where he couldn't see because his eyes were like swollen shut.
Oh no.
But he was really into Elite Dangerous, and they talked to the team from Elite Dangerous that gets together. They get their voice actors, and in like 2 days, they record this audio adventure for the kid so he can still be part of the game, even though he can't. It was so cool.
That's really
and
neat.
so that's just a few of the stories that they tell. There's lots of other
I feel
stories
sorry
in
for him
this
because it
film.
was Elite. Do you know what I mean? I was like, oh man.
Yeah, I
poor-
know. It should have been a
poor-
better game.
There's a lot of blackness. There's a lot of blackness.
Yeah,
Nothing
you're
happening.
flying in space. You're still flying
Yeah,
through space.
nothing's
you're
happening.
continuing to fly
You
through
want to
space.
dock into a
You've
space
hit
station.
A chip. You've hit a chip off of an asteroid. Maybe you can scoop that up and get some money. No, it's gone forever.
You're docking.
You can shoot another
You're docking.
chip off of the
docking.
asteroid.
And
Still
you've crashed.
docking.
You're dead.
Oh, you're dead.
Hmm.
Anyway, yeah. Imagine if they did it for Dordogne. Oh, that would be even worse. Anyway.
Oh no.
so
the game has
not-
crashed. That's what I would say. Oh no.
Okay, the
Yeah, that's what I did when I
watercolors
played it, Stu,
running
yeah.
and
Yeah, I
can't
bet
tell
you did.
what. Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, people check it out. Not a game. It's
Not
a
a
lot
game.
more interesting.
I'll check it out, Duke.
Yeah, give it a
check it
whirl.
bloody
So
out.
yeah, it was a good trip. Thanks to everybody out there, and yeah, thanks to Nezzy again for filling in.
Nezzy.
Yeah, good
Yep,
old
are you ready to
Nezzy.
talk about games?
I don't know. Well, you've not played any,
Where
apparently.
are you
I'm
going?
gonna get a knife.
Story time's over, isn't it?
What you been playing?
Did you say I haven't played it?
What you been playing?
Didn't you say I've not played any games this week?
I said I didn't play any on the trip.
Ah, right, okay.
But you see,
okay,
there were
take
a
it
few
back.
days before I went on the trip, and there were
alright,
several days
okay,
after I went on the
okay.
trip, during which time I was able to play some game. Oh, I just remembered. I did play a game on the trip. I lied.
Oh. Ah,
Let's see if I can get footage of this game. And by the way, just so people know, I also got a photo album recently because I did something I've been meaning to do for years. I sent like 200 of my digital photos to get printed because I have photo albums and I'm like, I want to fill them with the photos that I have because it's good to have a tangible thing, These digital photos are too ephemeral. So I realized that all the photos from our Europe trip in 2018 wouldn't fit in the photo album that I got. So I bought a new photo album, and this one's pretty on the nose. Wouldn't you agree? It's got like old timey maps and like French passport stamps and stuff. That's pretty perfect for a European vacation.
Perfect.
So yeah, new
Oh,
photo
very
album.
nice.
So that's what I'm adding to it now. And yeah, so for instance, here's the print of the Duchess and me this way to the UK when we got to the airport. Yeah.
can
And
I
of course,
can I
the
just
last
say,
picture
Millie?
will be the three of us. What?
Nice.
Oh,
By the way,
Oh,
I
by
got
the way, yeah.
a Facebook memory, and it was the photo of me meeting you. That's what came up
Yeah.
on Facebook memories 5
And of
years
course-
ago.
5 years.
5 years ago.
Look at Stu's face.
Or was it 6? It might have been 6. Either 5 or 6, isn't it?
5.
Is it 5? It was 5 years ago.
2018.
Same year I got married.
It was.
23 minus
Yes,
18.
that was on there as well.
Yeah. So anyway, that's what I'll be doing during the show when I'm not talking. Is
So that was kind of cool.
adding to that.
Also, Millie has scrapbooks where she puts proper photographs in, so you'd be impressed.
Okay, cool.
And she calls hers hashtag memes.
Memes. There you go.
Hashtag memes. So she writes. So she has all the photos and then writes a little what it was. What was happening when she took the picture or whatever.
Okay.
So yeah, she does those every 2 or 3 months.
This has like spaces to write notes and stuff. I don't know that I'll be writing any notes in the margins and stuff, but whatever.
Writing's for nerds, Dick.
Yeah, right.
really.
Nerds.
What do I look like? If I want to write, I'll go to school.
Yeah, but Millie's on her 3rd scrapbook now. So
Okay, well, Millie can talk about it on her
Yeah.
podcast, Stu. What the fuck? are we
okay.
doing?
But anyway, games, video games.
All right, who's starting?
I don't know. Chinny.
Well, then I'll start.
Go on, you can start.
All right, I'll start. Here, I'm adding one right now, live. Because I did play a game on the thing. I realized I don't really like playing games on my phone. The screen's too small. Trying to play a first-person shooter or Rocket League on that tiny screen, forget it. Absolutely not. And the controls, wonky, whatever. But there's a game called 2048. Have y'all ever played 2048?
No.
This is a perfect game for...
Long time ago, yeah.
Yeah, this is a perfect game for the phone because it doesn't require much of you. You swipe up, down, left, or right. That's all you do. When you do, the board is a grid, mostly blank when you start. You get little tiles that start out as one, and then every round it adds 1 or 2 tiles to the, I guess it just adds 1 every time you have a round. When you slide, all the tiles move in that direction, right? So you can swipe down, all the tiles are going to move to the bottom of the board. You swipe right, they'll all move to the right. If you combine 2 1 tiles, they become a 2 tile. You combine 2 of the 2 tiles, they become 4. You combine 2 4s, they become 8. Eventually, you work your way up till you get to 2048, and then you win. That's how you win. But the board becomes full. You have to like manage the stuff as you go through it. It's some luck. It's complicated. It's annoying, but it's also very fun.
Can you combine 2 8s to make 16? Can you do that?
That's right.
Can you do that?
It's 2 16s. Yeah, 2 16s to make.
What happens then? Because then you've got 1s and 6s. Like, what do you do?
Right. So that's the thing. You have to make sure you're high. Generally, the way I play it is I keep my highest numbered tile in the bottom right. And then I'm just trying to build. So let's say I get up to 32. So then I'm trying to build another 32, which I can then combine with the 32 that I've got on the board. Oh, and then you get a 64, and you have to build another 64 by sliding things up.
It's hurting my head.
It is. And the tricky bit, the strategy comes in when you have a 64 on the right, and you don't have, you can't slide anything else down or to the right, so you have to slide to the left, and then you might get a 1 that comes down there on the bottom right, and suddenly your 64 has a 32 next to it, but you have a 1 on the other side. It gets tricky. So there's some interesting strategy involved, and I don't want to go too far into it, but I will say this. There's a site you can go to build your own 2048 tile set, because if you download it for the phone, there's just one game and it's just numbers. But online, you don't have to pay royalties to intellectual property. So there are 2048 games for everything. There's a Simpsons one. There's a Futurama one. It's always a Sunny in Philadelphia one. Whatever game you're interested, there's a Doctor Who one. There's South Park, whatever. There's probably one for any movie, game, whatever. There wasn't a really good one for.
What about Schindler's List? Do they have one for that?
My guess is not, but maybe. Who knows? Hitler is the 2048 tile. But you can make your own. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a Veteran Gamers 2048 tile set.
Oh, there you go. That'd be cool.
Yeah, you can slide and get them together. And
so let me just check. So first of all, you slide to the left.
Yeah.
And then you slide.
But you don't have to.
And then you slide to the right.
Correct.
This is some sort of joke about a song.
Yeah. Crisscross said that.
Have you ever Googled that and then pressed the microphone?
What?
Have you ever?
That's great.
Have you ever Googled that slide to the left and then press the microphone? Have you ever done that?
Press what, Mike?
Yeah, everybody listening, do it now.
So if you Google it,
awesome.
It'll bring up a thing, and then it'll bring up a microphone next to it, and if you press it, if you do it on your phone, there you go. It's a little Google Easter egg.
It's a beautiful Google Easter egg. Very fun.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's 2048.
Yeah,
it does. You can do it on the web.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah, it sounds like a game like Threes. Remember a game called Threes?
I never played Threes, but maybe.
It's very similar to this, yeah. This is what it looks like to me.
Cool. It's not on the stream, so I don't know if you meant to put it on the stream.
I forgot to
just FYI.
Press a button.
Not mad. Yeah, it happens. So anyway, 2048. I made one for 30 Rock, and I'm gonna make one for Veteran Gamers. So watch for that, people.
Send me the
I'll
link.
Spam it all over our threads. I will send you the link.
Go on, Stu, because I'm eating
Yeah.
a fucking scone here.
Yes,
ahead,
I'm
Stu.
gonna. I have barely played anything this week. I'll be honest. I've been
Wank,
very
wank,
busy. I've been
wank.
working nearly all week because someone's on holiday. So I'll talk because the only two games I've really played a lot of are the two games with Chinny and I have played, but Duke hasn't. He's played one of those games.
Yeah, they decided to do this thing where they're going to do a retro game.
Well, no.
Yes. No.
I
Oh,
need
this
to-
isn't that. Oh,
I
sorry.
need to explain the rules of the new.
It's not a
thing.
retro game.
Well, okay,
Anyway,
fine.
we'll come to it.
A
We'll
game
come
from
to
the
it.
past.
We'll come to that. We'll come to that.
All
Okay,
games
come
are
to
from the
that.
past.
But I have
This game's
played
from the
more
future.
Dave the Diver,
Oh, yeah,
which
Dave
is
the Diver.
very
yeah.
addictive.
I am tempted with this one. I have to
It's
say.
very. I'll be honest with you, Chidi. It's just quite relaxing, just swimming around. I mean, it does get a little bit fraught.
If it's vibes, Stu,
It
it's
gives
all
you vibes. It's vibes.
It's
It's
just
vibes.
vibes. You know, you just play it and it's vibes, man. Just whatever. It's vibes.
It can be a bit frantic though, because obviously there is a lot of
Well,
running
that's not
around in the
vibes.
restaurant bit. No, I suppose not. And it does get a bit stressful when you start running out of oxygen and there's fish attacking you. Because what happens in this game? Okay, you don't have a health bar. But if you get attacked by because some of the fish are like vicious, so they'll be and they have little red dots on them, so you know which ones to avoid.
I wish they did that in real life.
Yes.
I know, yeah, it's got a little red dot, and
Yeah,
it's
no.
like, if you see a shark, you know to automatically avoid the sharks because they're
Well, it depends on what
automatically
kind
going
of
to
shark.
be
Some sharks are
killing
friendly.
you.
Yeah. And also, maybe he's
But-
recently fed and he's not hungry, so he's not interested.
Well,
You wanna be
maybe,
racist
maybe.
towards sharks.
But if you sort of see a little red dot, you tend to do a runner. But what happens is if you get bitten by these, a little bit of blood comes
voice.
out.
Mm.
But your oxygen goes down quicker. So that's what happens. So rather than having a health bar, your oxygen is kind of your health bar.
Mhm.
Now,
I see.
I don't know what happens if you completely run out of oxygen because I've managed not to
My
do
guess
that.
is you die.
Well,
that's
I
what happens
guess,
in
but then that'd be the end of the game, and I guess
games-
that can't happen.
And then there's like a little funeral.
Well, wait, didn't you save it at some point?
Well, I don't. It doesn't really do saving.
I
It's
imagine
kind of
it
a
like
cycle.
starts again from your last die. or
Yeah,
something like that.
yeah. Maybe that, or maybe you get dragged out by the guy who's on the boat or something. I don't know.
Could be.
But you
Find
tend to
out.
get.
You have a
It's quite.
responsibility.
It's quite a forgiving game though, because there's usually quite a lot of oxygen tanks around, so you can top up your oxygen.
Mm-hmm.
And there's also what's like an escape pod. So
Ah.
as soon as you activate that, it sort of takes you straight back up to the surface.
Yeah.
And the deeper you go, there tend to be a few of those around. So you kind of think, oh yeah, I'll remember where that is just in case anything happens.
Cool.
I think what makes this game so satisfying is just the mechanics. It's just that like harpoon mechanic is just so cool. You know, it just shoots it out. You know, you catch a fish. If it's a bigger fish, you've got to bash the button until it sort of reels it in like a fishing game.
Yeah, dive fish.
Yeah. And then as you get in the game, you meet this dude and he goes, hey, if you find any parts while you're in the sea, I can make you underwater guns. So he
Underwater
goes, yeah,
guns.
make some guns that you can shoot underwater. And you find these little treasure chests and they've got cool guns in and stuff. And then you can shoot the bigger fish because some of the fish are too big to catch with your harpoon until you've leveled it up.
Okay.
But if you have the gun, you can just shoot them in the face, which I think
Take that,
everybody
fish.
likes to do to catch
I don't think I'd trust somebody
Yeah.
if he came up to me and went, "Hey, if you find this underwater, I'll make it."
That's kind of what happens.
You know what,
That's kind
mate?
of what happens.
You know what, mate? You're a fucking weirdo. Get away from me.
And then he goes, if you find any parts, let me know, and then I can add them to the guns you've got, and then you can use those and make them even more powerful.
What's in it for him?
There you go.
You have to pay him, obviously, to level up your
Sex.
shit. Yeah, and sex, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, a bit of sex in there.
This game took a turn.
It did. It did. But yeah, I love it. It's so cool. The art style's brilliant. Just the way he's like big pot-bellied diver, you know what I mean? It's just cool. I love it.
Sure.
It's
pixel
kind of
art,
cute
fishing
and
for the
fun,
win.
and I can see why it's doing so well. And I would imagine I'm going to say this now. I don't know whether it'll be on mine, but I think this will be on a lot of people's games of the year list.
Why don't you think it'll be on yours?
Wow.
I don't know. I just don't know because there's other stuff to come out yet. So, but it could be. It could be because it is very
Could be.
addictive. It makes you
Could
want to
be.
play more because you're like, I want to get
Yeah.
deeper. Want to level up my tank.
Sure.
Are you going to stick to the mantra of like you got to finish it though to be on your game of the year?
You can't really. I don't know whether you can even finish this game. I feel like it's a bit open ended. I feel like
Are
it's
there
gonna
not
be...
any like major objectives for you to achieve?
The only one, I mean,
Get good.
I mean, get good, I
Yeah.
guess. Make your restaurant the best it can be and sell loads of shit.
Don't be a sure.
The only like main objective is the at the beginning, and I think it's a mini one because I saw some dude who hadn't been playing long who caught a shark. But the chef wants to make shark head soup for this critic that he's got beef with.
Yeah.
So he wants to make this.
Though you shouldn't you say he's got shark with?
He's got a shark with, yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
all
yeah.
week,
He's got
Okay.
fish and chips with. So yeah, so he wants to make this shark head soup, and she said that he ruined it in the last restaurant he was in trying to do it, and all this and the other.
Oh,
He's
what
gonna
a
prove her
chump.
wrong.
I know Duke is arranging photos, but it does look like he's chopping up cocaine.
He is chopping up cocaine. He's doing a line in a minute.
Ah,
Do you slurp,
yeah, Dave the Diver. Woo!
do you slurp cocaine, Duke? Is that like
Yeah.
a straw?
How else are you gonna do it?
Oh, wow.
Slushy.
Slurp up some lines.
This show has definitely taken a turn. Anyway, Duke, talking
Yes.
of snorting cocaine, what have you been playing then?
Hold on.
I've been playing cocaine.
Bugger off, like you've gone, Duke. You've gone, Stu. I ain't gone.
Oh, go on then, you
bad,
can
Chinny.
go.
I don't want to go now. Fuck you.
Oh, he talked about 2048, didn't he? Sorry, I forgot. Oh,
Yes.
yeah. Anyway, Chitty, what have you been playing?
I don't want to go now.
Well, you don't have to.
You don't have a choice.
Baby daddy.
You have to go.
Don't ever call me that again, Stu. It's weird. We'll get this one out the way. I'm not going to talk very long, but Warzone has a new map.
Oh.
I don't know what the map is called, but it's basically Amsterdam, pretty much. It's Amsterdam, but it's not Amsterdam, if you know what I mean.
So are they smoking weed while they're shooting each other in the face?
Yeah. You land, and then you sort of forget why you're there, and everybody just chills out. That's the new map.
Hey man, what's going
Whoa,
on?
dude, what was we even fucking fighting about, dude? Just whatever. Hey,
Whatever, dude.
have you ever like fucking, you know?
Yes.
You know what I mean?
I have.
Hey, dude, is that an M4? Like, what the fuck? So it's Amsterdam. I played with Matt, and Matt plays regularly with these two Italian players. So I had Google Translate out, and I kept on saying like, "I'm fucking shit. I'm sorry, I'm shit" in Italian, and they were laughing.
In
and
Italian.
we died.
Io sono shit there.
We died.
By the way, speaking of people playing with on the internet, Absulami, what up? Shout out early. Go ahead. Sorry.
It's all right. I'm just laughing now because you always accuse Stu of interrupting you. Then
Exactly,
know,
with
right?
something random.
Exactly.
we died, and then the Italians went on and won the game of Warzone. To which I
Ooh.
then said in Italian, "You guys better fucking step up your game," basically. So yeah. Anyway, there you go. So that was fun. The new map is fun, but these Italians kept on jumping in the same bit, and I was like, I don't know. And they play Resurgence. So for people that don't know, traditional battle royale is like you drop in, you're dead, you're out, right? And in Call of Duty, you can get bought in, but it takes a while or whatever. Resurgence is everybody will jump back into the map as long as the team is still alive. So it's constantly like people dropping in all the
Team
time.
never dies.
And it's a smaller area as well. I don't like it as much, but what can you do? So I thought it was fine. I haven't seen much of it, but it's sort of got, and it's got rid of like, there was some weird shit. Basically, traditional Warzone, that was the best. That was top tier Warzone. RIP,
Yeah.
it's gone, right? Then they changed everything and made everything like, oh, you've only got so many like UAVs on the map and all this like weird shit. No one liked it, so they scrapped all that and they've put it back to, oh, remember how it used to be, but now it's in Amsterdam. Okay, have fun. So it's like back to being good again, if you know what I mean. So it's like they fucked it up. They tried different things and no one liked them, so they've gone back. So that's what it is now. The only sort of new thing that I like is that sometimes you can get on these, like, you can get these drones that basically just launch you in the air, and then you can sort of like,
Cool.
you know, parachute down. Dave Johnson in chat says, "When's the next snooker game, mate?" I wouldn't hang on. I wouldn't hang on. They're
Any day now. Just try back tomorrow.
They're like Daniel Day-Lewis movies, man. Just very, very
Someday.
slow.
Yeah.
It's like Rockstar make more games than snooker games. Like, it's just like it's very slow. But that's me done. Warzone, it's fine.
By the way, Pillow of Soft says, "Hi, gents. Is Duke going to court after the stream?"
No, I just got back from a graduation party. One of my students' parents invited me as a surprise, and and I had been wearing a schlubby Homer Simpson shirt, and so I was like, that's not really fitting for a graduation party. And this party had like a dress code. They said the color combination for the party is going to be white, yellow, and blue. And I was like, well, I don't really have any clothes of those colors, so I'll wear a suit instead. And I figure I'll just stay in the suit for the show. Y'all are worth it. I can dress up to.
I think we should all wear suits for the show.
Yeah, I've got one that fits me now.
Yeah.
So you know,
Okay, well there you
can
go.
be done.
We should do
Can you
what I
imagine?
do.
I am done putting Germany and France into the
Oh,
photo
no.
album. By the
You
way,
should do what I do,
Yeah.
Stu. Just stay the same weight.
I know. Well, I'll try that now. To be fair, I have been the same weight now for about 8 months, so I haven't put any weight on. at
You
all.
watch though. Look, I'm saying that because when the baby comes, I'm going to become fat.
Yeah, you'd be a big fat slob.
Fat. Because I got no time. I just eat whatever I can. I fucking hate not sleeping.
Mackie D's every night. Just
Mackie
get it like
D's.
just eat.
Just please shut up, baby. I don't get to do it anymore.
it's the body ego.
Are you
gotta let go of
joking? That was really going to be you.
Somebody else go.
Our bodies change every day. That's the way it is. All right. So do you want to do another one since that was short, Chinny, or should we?
I
move
can
on?
do. I played
ahead.
Unpacking.
Yeah, you really like this.
Unpacking, and a lot of people they see me and they go, Chinny, you keep it real. You play good games. You don't play shit games, right? You know what I mean? You play the good stuff. You play the good stuff, and I'm sorry to
Yeah.
let those listeners and viewers down because I played this, and maybe I played this in the right frame of mind of like I can't be asked to fucking think.
It's a good game.
I was like, I don't want to think. I just want to like exist. I'm zonking.
Yeah.
When Tara says, "Oh, what do you want to do?" When I want to just do sort of nothing. You know, when you're looking at your phone or you just, I don't know, you're just watching a YouTube,
Reading a
clip,
book.
or you're watching something easy like Brooklyn Nine-Nine or whatever, or
There
The
you go.
Office, or
9-9.
something. And that's what I call that is zonking.
Zonking.
Zonking, right? Zonking. That's minimal effort, just chilling out, switching off your brain, me time, you time, whatever, right? No effort. And I was like, I don't want to start like a fucking game where I've got to do stuff. So I was just like,
Who does?
All right, and
Fuck doing
this
stuff.
was
It's
the
worst.
perfect game to zong to. I was listening to a podcast. I was just chilling. I was in no rush. I was just arranging bras and socks, and yeah, it's well done.
And then you decided to play the unpacking.
Yeah,
game.
and then I decided. To be fair, that is most of my life actually. I'm doing that stuff. But I was like, yeah, this is fine. This is all I need to do. If Tara caught me playing this game, because there is so much to do in the house that I need to do. But yeah, it was all right. Everything sort of interacts how it's supposed to. Like, you get some toothbrushes and you got a little toothbrush pot, and you're like, that should go in there, and then it does, and you're like, oh, brilliant. So there's like little touches to the game. Listen, I know what I sound like. This game's fucking stupid, right? But I liked it.
It's cool. It's a fun game. Yeah.
You have
I
little
liked it too.
traditions. I don't know. There's a story like, oh my god, you're playing a girl and she's fucking growing up and now she's got like a fucking boyfriend and all this. I'm like, okay, yeah, that's all fine. I get it. There's emotions and stuff. I don't really care about that stuff. Like, oh my god, she has a toy that she's had all her fucking life. I'm like, yeah, just shove that shit under the bed. I don't care, right? Just whatever. But it's good.
I was not moved by the story. I don't think I was able to follow it as easily as you're supposed to, but whatever.
I
It is
think
what it is.
I think the gist of it is she goes to college and then she gets a boyfriend. The boyfriend doesn't let her do
sure.
stuff because men, and then she
Right.
moves out, starts a new life, becomes a lesbian, and then draws more. I think is the gist of it. Sure. Why not? You do you. Did you like this, Stu?
No, not really. I got bored.
It's weird, isn't it? Like
And that's coming from Stu,
like the
the guy who
weird
loves
sh-
lawn mowing simulator.
like Stu likes weird and shit.
Yeah,
games,
but
like
that's
these
more
indie
interactive.
games.
I don't
Yeah.
tend to like packing stuff in real life, so.
Well, I
Not
do.
that I
like
like lawn
mowing the
mowing
lawn in real
but I
life?
haven't been on a sit-on lawn mower. Maybe I would like that.
Yeah, I'd probably like lawn mowing if it was a city.
I bet lawn mower if you're sitting on a power mower.
No wonder every time Dick looks out the window, fucking Diane's going,
Exactly.
"Yeehaw," on
She
the
doesn't even
lawnmower.
need to mow that. It's done. She
Yeah,
just does it for the sake of it.
Yeah, you did that an hour ago. Yes, I know.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, lawnmower. What's the matter with you?
Yeah. So unpacking, I liked it. It's fun. It's polished. Well done to them for making a game that's like.
I just found it a bit tedious. You
It
know,
is a bit sick,
like,
but I feel like if you play it as if like you don't care, as it like I'm
yeah, but
listening-
then he goes, "Oh, these things are all in the
Game
wrong
of shame.
place."
Fraser in the chat said, "Game of shame." What is our game of shame? Mine is unpacking. Go. Now Duke's going to give this speech like, "You shouldn't be ashamed of what the game." Shut the
I'm
fuck
not
up.
ashamed of any games I
Yeah,
play.
I
I
knew
have
you'd
fun
say that.
playing games. It is
Right,
what
just-
it is.
I think my game of shame is from a long time ago, which would have been Viva Pinata, because I really
Yeah.
enjoyed that
Yeah,
game for
okay.
girls.
Yeah.
I thought it was
Duke,
great.
is there any game that you like? Oh, I can't. You know, it just like it was made by Jeff Bezos or something. I don't know. Like,
Well, I mean, yeah, giving money to Amazon for New World was,
New World,
I guess,
there
kind
you
of
go.
shameful.
So that for
Yeah,
you is
fair
shameful
enough.
because you're like,
Yeah, that's
I'm
true.
giving
Game
money
of
to
shame.
the
We
man.
all
you
have
know?
our own
There
shame.
you go.
You giving money to the man.
So
Yeah.
unpacking, I liked it, and I sort of hate myself, but I'm not, at the same time, I'm too old to give a shit what other people think now. So
And you have fun, so whatever.
I
Fun
had
games
fun,
are fun.
whatever, it's fine. Will I turn it
Yeah.
off if somebody walked past the window and saw me playing it? Of course I would. Change it to Call of Duty? Of course I would. Yeah, and it is tedious too. You're right. Because when you get like the kitchen stuff out, and you're like, fuck it, where does all this fucking go? Yeah. Anyway, enough about unpacking. We're done.
I think I found it
It's
most
fun.
annoying when it was sort of like where you got stuff wrong and then you had to figure out where the hell it
Oh,
needed
yeah.
to go, and I'm just like, ugh.
Yeah, that was annoying, especially
I've
when
just
it wasn't
done it all.
clear
I don't
what
wanna
a thing
do it again.
was.
Yeah.
I was happy
Yeah,
where
like
it
there,
was.
I remember there was a mouse pad, and I thought it was maybe a movie or a book or like
Oh,
a
yeah,
picture on the
yeah.
wall, and then I was like,
There's some books
whatever.
that you can't
Have a
put that
little
book
trial
there,
and
and I'm like, why? Why can't?
Yeah, that's where I
can-
want to put it.
I can put a book on a fucking
Yeah,
toilet
where the hell
lid.
I want.
I
Put a
can put
book
it on a
wherever I want.
toilet lid in my
Yeah,
house.
that'd be
You know what I
fine.
mean? I can do it.
you bitch ass.
Exactly.
I can put my fucking shampoo in the washing
And let's
machine.
be honest, we know how bad that ended up in Breaking Bad.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah,
It's true.
exactly.
It's
You
totally
got
true.
me. Okay, unpacking done. All right, that's fine. We're moving on. Bye.
Moving
Yeah,
on.
me up next. If Nezzy's time on the show taught us anything, it's that some people want to hear about my adventures in Skyrim. So
Oh,
you're in luck,
no.
people, because I'm going to tell Stu to suck old bub.
Oh no.
I have gathered some pictures of my awesome hairstyles in Skyrim.
Oh, okay.
Because as I said on my speak pipe last week, I got a mod that allows me to change the color of my hair, not just the style. So I gathered a few photos of myself with different hairstyles and different hair colors.
That's
Yeah,
my lip.
this is great. People love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Oh my god,
whatever.
your
It's
character
fun.
has such a massive head.
Yeah, she does. Because I had the big head mod installed. All
Oh,
the
okay.
characters, the horses, it's funny. The best is when you come across like an elk with the big horns, because they're massive. It's twice the size of their body.
I just
So-
feel like at this point, Duke, that like maybe 10% of your version of Skyrim is vanilla.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And then
totally.
the other
I made it
90%
look
is just
awesome.
mods.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, sure.
I'd probably
It's a
play
lot
your
more
version of
interesting
Skyrim
now.
and wouldn't recognise it. I don't even
Yeah,
know
I'd be like,
that
what
No,
the hell
absolutely
is
not.
this? Why has
I
everyone
got
got a huge head?
doors.
Mm.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah, it's fun, and I got new hairstyles. So that's all I have to say about Skyrim. But I will
Fucking
say,
hell, look at that
Absolomi.
horse. Fuck me.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ.
the horse has a big head as well.
Big head.
Yeah,
it's
it
fun.
does.
And a
What the hell
massive
is
cock. I
going
don't know
on?
why. I don't know why that's there.
Yeah.
You
Is it a
wouldn't
big
think they'd
cock
change
mod as
that,
well?
but
You got that on
yeah.
the Duke?
I
cock
guess
mod.
so. Yeah, why not?
Bloody
Yeah,
hell.
Rocket League. I did something I've never done in Rocket League
Switch
as
it off.
well.
Yeah, turn it off.
No,
Don't play the game
Never
for a
done
week.
that, and I never will. Instead, for Rocket League, what I did was so here's the thing. I generally don't team up with strangers on the internet, right? After you play
Yeah,
a
you
game,
should avoid strangers. Oof.
well, no, I can't avoid strangers because I don't have anybody to play with every time I want to play.
Stranger
so
danger.
Yeah. I'll queue up, and when you play a game and you do well with somebody else, after the game, there's an option. They've put a button on that's just like team up.
Yeah.
So a lot of times people will want to team up with me because I'm fun to play with and I'm good at the game. But most of the time I'm always like, no thanks. Mostly just because after the next game, usually something will go wrong. Either I'll not play well and the person will get mad and be like, oh, fuck out of here, you suck. Or something about our play styles don't mesh, and then I'll just get kind of irritated because I know they're going to make this certain kind of mistake over and over again.
They're a prick.
But, yeah, what I realized is it's much less likely that that's going to happen if we're talking.
Yeah.
So what I said was, hey, this person was like, you want to team up? And I was like, you have Discord? And he was like, yeah. I was like, cool. Add me on Discord. Let's team up. And I tried it, and it worked really well. So I think that's the key to playing with randos is to, if you have a good game with somebody, add them on voice chat, and then it's just there's such a different dynamic than trying to communicate only through text chat.
It's almost like
So-
Xbox figured it out all those years
Yeah,
ago.
it,
and
I
yeah,
know,
it
right?
is. You know how
Yeah.
to team up in like games multiplayer, so you can play
Well-
better as a team.
Right, but the problem is that it's harder to do now than it was back in the day on Xbox.
Oh yeah, you had no choice. You had to do it.
Party
Right,
chat
exactly.
killed it, mate. Party
It
chat
did.
killed
It totally
Chat
killed
did
it.
kill it.
And
So
I
anyway,
say
the
that
point
for,
is-
for Warzone, sorry, Duke, but for Warzone, they've
No, go ahead.
implemented certain things in
Yep.
Warzone, like proximity chat, to encourage people to use
Yeah,
game chat.
sure. It's a good thing.
Mm.
And I mean, I think there probably is voice chat in Rocket League, but I don't think
Oh,
it
yeah.
really works very well. So I've turned it off, and I don't really, whatever. That's the type of thing I want to use only when I want to. Whereas the text chat, I'm gonna use it all day, every day. So yeah, Rocket League's awesome. I have a lot of fun playing it. And then
Rocket
one
League
last thing
is
I'll say.
awesome.
I watched Happy Gilmore, the Adam Sandler movie about the hockey player who goes golfing in order to get his grandmother's house back. And you all know how suggestible I am. So I was like, when I was watching, I was like, oh, I feel like playing a golf video game. Let's play. And I went to Xbox Game Pass because they have a lot of EA games, right? Who makes all the golf games? EA.
Yay.
No, they don't have any golf games on Game Pass.
No.
They got all the Madden, all the FIFA, all the Need for Speed. No golf games? Are you kidding me? So I booted up Golf Club 2019 again, and I had this problem where it wasn't recognizing the controller right. So I would try to hit the ball, and it would be like, and he like hits it into the woods, and I was like,
Are you sure
"Mother-
you're just not shit at it?
ah."
Yeah.
Well, I was ready to be shit at it, but not that shit. Like it was really messing up. So I was.
I
like,
must
"What the
admit,
heck?"
I
So
remember playing it after not playing it for ages, and I was just shockingly bad.
Well, that's why I was not doing more of my career. I just was like, let's get on a course and just let me hit the ball around. I know I'm going to be shit. But it was like he was having some sort of like robot brain taking over his arms or something, like just flinging the club.
Sounds like
Yeah.
how I play golf.
And the sarcastic commentator.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Telling you
that
how
did
bad
not
you
end up
were.
Well, yeah, exactly. But I did a configuration on Windows, and it was like, hold it here, hold it there, whatever, flip the switch this way. And then I started the game up, worked perfectly. So
There you go.
I don't know, something happened because it works for Rocket League, but it didn't work on PGA. So Golf Club 2019. Played a few rounds on that. It's still a lot of fun. I'm not a huge fan of because golf games traditionally, you click the button 3 times, right? One for the start the backswing, one at the height of this thing, and then one to hit the spot, and it's sliding back and forth, right? Well, the golf club said, no, let's do a different way to hit the ball. You're gonna pull the left thumbstick back and then fling it forward.
I prefer that.
And
I prefer that.
I don't mind it in general, but it judges you on the screen. There's a little thing
Yeah,
on the
yeah,
right hand side that says very slow, perfect, or whatever.
Yeah, slow backswing or whatever.
It's I feel like I'm doing the exact same thing on 2 different swings. The first one it'll say perfect. The second one is like very slow, fast. And I'm like, what am I doing differently?
But
It
that's
makes no
golf, mate.
sense.
You did the swing, it felt the same.
Aye.
but, like,
Yeah, it
golf
feels
is
the same, but
just-
it isn't.
I don't know that I want accuracy and realism in all my video games.
Mm,
To
yeah,
be
well,
fair, when the original Golf Club came out, we played a shit ton of it, didn't we? We everybody.
But the thing the last thing you said there, Duke, was I don't want realism in my golf games. Even though I'm like I like the realism of like the joystick thing, I still can't hit a golf ball 300 fucking yards. So there's
Well,
still an
sure,
element of
sure.
like
Yeah,
yeah.
there is.
But I guess my big question would be, how do I make the character's head bigger in the golf club? Could I?
Yeah,
have him
well, how many
3
mods
times
can
the
I add to
size?
this
Like-
game? Is what you probably are asking yourself.
Yeah, exactly. I need some cool.
Where's the
I tell you, because I went looking on Skyrim mods recently. We're like, okay, I got cool hairstyles. What else is out there? Oh my god, 80% of the mods are like big, huge tits, naked, everything. I'm
There you
just
go.
like, oh,
That's
you
what I'm
guys
talking
are so
about.
pathetic. What?
What you mean you haven't installed that one?
Yeah, all those hours of scoring, and he hasn't put
I
big
know,
cock
yeah.
mode
I
on.
bet
You
he's had,
fucking
I bet he's
mad.
had big tits on his characters
just
at
to
one
be
point.
curious, like I wonder what the big
Yeah,
cock mode
yeah,
like.
yeah.
Nice. Golf then.
Yeah, Golf club. It's fun.
But
Just play it.
it's golf.
But not on
Golf.
Game Pass. Don't play it on Game Pass because you
Don't
can't.
play it on Game Pass. Well, I'm done apart from the 2 games we had to play this week. So
Should we do the
which do you
Walking
want?
Dead? Should we do the Walking
Yeah,
Dead?
let's do the one. I've taken notes. I have taken notes for the first
Ooh,
episode.
no.
I never take notes, but there were a couple of things, and I'm like, oh, I've got to write that down.
Blast from the past.
Blast
That's
from
what we
the
call this
past.
section.
Go on then. What's your notes? Because I'll be curious to hear them. Go for it.
So first of all, the first notes is
The
who
name
did
of the
you
game.
save?
The name of the
No,
game.
who did you save? Sean or Duck?
That's the
Who
name
did
of
you
the game.
save?
Listen, all you
Sean. I
motherfuckers.
think Sean. I'm sure. Yeah.
Yeah, what happens? Because I saved Duck. So what happens if you save Sean? Does Duck die? I can't even remember.
Yeah, I think so. I can't remember anything. I only played it. I only played it like 3 days ago. Yeah, I think he dies. Yeah.
Does he? Does he die straight away? That's
Yeah.
quite impressive. I
Yeah.
didn't even know that happened. Because what happens then? Because obviously you get a lift off the dad. So does he still give you a lift?
Oh my god, I can't remember this stuff.
See, that's why I took notes.
Well, you could do research too to
Yeah,
find out,
yeah.
so we don't have dead air.
What's he
if we're
called?
trying
Is
to
it
remember
Kenny?
How games
Yes,
happen.
Kenny,
Is it-
yeah,
do it
Kenny.
Yeah,
now.
Kenny. Does he still give you a lift, Kenny?
I'm pretty sure because I came. Yeah. I don't understand what happened. Maybe I did kill the other one then. I don't know. I can't remember. I just all I remember it was like, this is fucking jank as.
Oh yeah. Do you know what else I thought? There was a line, and I was like, did he really just say that?
What was that?
So there's
What was
like,
the line?
Larry, the dickhead.
Did he say
Yes.
2020 is the year of COVID? Is that what he said?
No, right. So
Vote
he
Trump.
He gets all aggressive, and one of the options you can use is like, yeah, do you want to do it now? Or you want to do it like you're gonna have a fight with him,
Yeah.
right? And his reply is, "You and what homo parade?" That is his. That
Are
is
you
his
sure it wasn't a
reply.
hobo parade?
No, I
No.
looked it up afterwards because I thought, did I hear
Wow.
that wrong?
That's
So I looked it
crazy.
up, and it's on YouTube, and that's exactly what he says to you. You and what homo
Well, you
parade?
could argue a character.
And I
like
was
that
like,
would
wow.
would maybe say something like that.
Yeah,
Well, he
man, the
probably
world's not
would, but it's
sanitized
good he-
and woke all the time, man.
Yeah. This
Yeah,
is-
I guess it. You know what? Larry is such a dick. He would probably say that. So I was like, that's pretty brave to put it in there, though. It's
Well,
pretty
not,
brave.
not in 2010.
I don't know if I call it brave so much as I would. It's authentic because people are horrible sometimes.
Yeah, oh, yeah, sure, absolutely. But it was a bit of a shocker, you know.
Homo parade. That sounds like fun. Isn't that pride? Isn't that just pride?
Yeah. So
What
it's any
pride
of those.
is.
Yeah.
Everybody loves going to those now. It's a celebration. So
And then this is the other.
Speaking of which, I just put that picture into my photo album. Manchester's Gay Village. That's where we were staying when we were in Manchester.
This is what makes this game's story a little bit stupid in the first episode, right?
Zombies.
So Larry tries to kill you, wants to throw Duck out on the street and kill him, right? Wants to get rid of everyone. He's an absolute dick. But then you decide to help him get his heart tablets. Why? Why would you even do that? I'd be like,
Because the
"Fuck
quality
that."
of mercy is not strained. It dropped because of the gentle rain from heaven.
I'd be like, fuck him. Because why would you want him in your group anyway? He's an absolute
Would you not want a
dick.
second chance if you made a mistake in life?
No, because then at the end he
Stu
punches
doesn't
you in
make
the
mistakes.
face.
Stu doesn't make mistakes.
Yeah.
I would have made the mistake of befriending that and helping that dickhead.
Maybe if you was in a zombie apocalypse situation.
I don't know. You befriended me.
Yeah.
So.
No. It's honestly, I was
of a
like,
dickhead.
what?
I befriended
the
you,
hell?
Stu. Here I am.
Yeah, right.
And then, it has
picture of
the
me hugging you
worst-
right here. Look at this. We're hugging. Ugh.
I know exactly.
You
And then
what
it has the
homo parade?
worst.
That's a homo.
And then it has the worst thing ever because it makes out Carly is this incapable woman who doesn't even know how to put batteries in a radio. Just so you can do a mini
Bitches,
game.
am I right?
To be fair, though, Stu, it is complicated and women can't handle that stuff.
Honestly, it's
Yeah,
even
really.
like a line is so brilliant, right? You give her the batteries, and then she puts them in the wrong
Of
way.
course she does.
Right. And when she sends you to
good.
look for the batteries, she's like, "Oh, batteries! I don't even know where I'd begin to start." I'm
Yeah.
like, "You what?"
Yeah, it's a complex.
What?
It's
Where
a
do
complex
I-
piece
It's
of
like the
machinery.
Chemical Brothers song. Where do I start?
I
Where do
remember us
I-
thinking this game was amazing after the first episode and playing it again. I'm like, "Wow, what the hell is that dialogue?"
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Ugh.
Like, I just, oh my god! And then you give her the batteries, then she puts it, and it's all just to get you do some point and click shit. You know what I mean? Go and
Yeah.
get the batteries.
That's what I thought about. It's like this game's a lot more point and clicky than I remember it being.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And then I'll tell you what else pissed me off. Right. So you're outside, and obviously you can't get
Was it
the
the Harmo
brick.
parade?
Pissing me off. You can't get the brick, can you? Because you need to get the keys off your brother, who he barely reacts to the fact his brother's just like he's a zombie. He's just like, and his mum and dad have been slaughtered in the office.
Yeah, well, some
Right,
people
and
move
he's
on quick,
like,
Stu.
shit happens.
Yeah, really,
it does, it
Stop
does.
crying over spilled milk.
Right, so he's not even reacting barely at all to the fact that's happened.
Hmm.
But then
I
you
use
need
less
the-
than half of this photo album.
Oh no,
man.
here's another thing, right? So you have to get the remote control from the office, right, in the drawer to turn on the TVs, right? Well, I went outside before I'd got the remote control. And one of the prompts when I spoke to I can't remember what his name is now, the Dougie, was it Doug or Dougie or something?
Dougie?
Dougie. When I spoke to
Dougie
him,
Fresh.
I gave him the remote control that I didn't even have in my possession at that point. And he was like, oh,
How
yeah,
did you
turn
give
the
it to him if you
TVs on.
didn't have it? That's ridiculous.
I know. And then I picked it up later. And I was like, what is going on?
What's going on?
And then you have to do things in a certain order that it doesn't tell you. So I'm thinking, you obviously pick up the walking stick. I'm like, oh, I need to use the walking stick to get the brick, but you can't click on the walking stick. Because what you got to do is go and watch the woman shoot herself in the head and get the axe from that sort of little scenario to then break the lock to get the brick. And I'm like, all right, okay then.
So what else
Okay.
is on your notes then, Stu? On your
Let me look. There is other stuff. Hold up. I have got other shit on my notes, although I've gone through
imagine
quite a
Stu's about
lot.
the
I
other
imagine
shit.
Stu's notes.
Here's the question: what size are the people's heads in this
Yeah,
game?
it's average. So I imagine Stu's
Are the
notes,
hair colors all the same?
Stu's notes are about the game, and then about his extension on his house after a while. Like he just starts to lose the plot.
Yeah.
line, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
No, the last part I put was about going to the meeting Glenn, who is
Oh, yeah.
incidentally out of the Walking Dead TV show. Glenn, so that's quite cool. And also, can I say, and I think I said this the first time we played
and
it.
his life ends very well in that show.
Yeah, it does. But in the show, when Herschel's farm, it turns out he's got zombies in the barn, and one of those zombies is Sean, his son, who gets killed in the Walking Dead video game, which is kind of so you see what happens to him before he ends up in the barn in the TV show.
Yeah.
But apparently the game isn't in the same universe as the TV.
Well, it is because obviously Glenn's
have
in it,
to
and
be.
also Herschel's in it, and
No, it's-
Herschel's son.
it's based on the comic book universe, not on the
Yeah,
game.
yeah, but the which is based. the
There's
TV show's
obviously some
based on
parts
the
that
comic
overlap
book
and
as
some parts that
well.
don't.
In the comic book, Rick gets his hand cut off. In the show, he doesn't.
Well, there's might be slight variations.
So I'm correct.
Like anybody
Oh,
fucking gives
yeah,
a
everyone
shit.
gives a shit.
Listen, they played 2 notes on his rib cage, not 3. Yeah, so yeah, I just think this game is jankety jank.
Boy, I really hope somebody got fired for that blunder.
It's a product of its time.
And it's a beautiful story. The story in this game is magnificent. So kudos to
No, I will still give
Telltale
props
for
to the voice
great
acting,
story.
still great, but flipping heck, some of the dialogue, the way it's written, I was like, what?
Yeah.
Carly doesn't know what a
When I'm
battery
not
is.
killing
A battery?
zombies,
What's a battery?
I'm listening to the Veteran Gamers podcast.
So she's like the chief reporter for this like TV network, but she doesn't know what a battery is.
Mate, like women, it's women, you know, like
bitches.
bitches, man. They gotta handle this. Shit. I keep sending
Bitches be
Tara.
tripping.
I keep getting these clips on TikTok of like these like old videos of like what women used to get up to and stuff. And then women aren't always in the kitchen. Sometimes they're cleaning too. And it like I said to this, is like, there you go, Tara. That's where you should be.
Yeah, the only thing I was going to ask you, Chidi, as well, from decisions wise.
I might not have got to all these because I didn't play the whole thing.
What? Did you not play the whole first episode? What does it matter?
I
It
played
takes
the
like
first
2.5
episode, not
hours.
the second episode. I thought
No,
you-
no, I'm doing
oh.
an episode a week, so I haven't played second episode.
I'm not playing
either.
any more than this.
Oh, you're not going to carry on?
Oh, right.
Come on.
Okay,
Come on,
okay, okay.
you've got to see it through. It's your
Fine.
idea.
Fine.
Hello?
Yeah. But so
Yeah,
so-
did you
go on.
did you give the gun to the girl to shoot herself, or did you shoot her? What did you do?
I shot her
Did you? Oh, I just gave her the gun. I'm like, "Here, have the gun."
because, like, you know, like in this world, you like Thanos said, fine, I'll do it myself. Right? I'll just fucking do it myself. Like the end of, I think it was like Avengers 2, where that fucking, was it Ultron, like failed and fucked it all up. And Thanos just goes,
I never saw it.
he gets the glove and he goes, fine, I'll fucking do. I do that. I say that quote all the time. You know, when like something needs doing.
What, at work?
Or
Yeah.
I'll pick something up and I'll just go, fine, I'll fucking do it myself. I need to make a meme of that because that's what I say in my head all the time. Yeah, all right. So by the way, for the listeners, what I've decided to do is come up with a new feature in the show. We did this with Mass Effect though, Stu, remember?
Yeah.
I'm going to call it, Does It Hold Up?
Does it hold up?
Does it hold up?
Does it hold up?
Right. And we play a game that's it fits into that rule of it's 10 years old or more, right?
Yep.
It's a
Has
classic.
to be 10 years. Nothing from last year.
Nothing from last year, and it's got to be a classic. It's got to be like not like
Yeah.
an underrated gem or some fucking indie
Yeah.
darling, because I don't want to be playing stupid shit. That's stupid. Oh, we got to play this game where you're a fucking piece of spunk or whatever.
No.
Right.
It's things we've all played
It's-
before.
well,
I think.
yeah.
Yeah.
Or we don't
And
all
games
have to,
that are highly regarded in the
Yeah.
popular imagination.
Yeah.
look. We don't all have to play it though. Shit. You know, maybe there's a classic that I haven't played or you haven't
Yeah,
played.
true.
Right,
Yeah,
right,
true.
right. But
Right.
like it's 10 years old, and we all agree like Walking Dead is a classic, right? And the one that I want to
Yeah.
do is the Uncharted games, because we did the Mass Effect trilogy. So I was like,
Yeah.
oh, let's
Mass
do the
Effect not
Uncharted
long
games,
ago,
right? Because they're, I think Uncharted 3 was like 20.
Yeah, Uncharted 1
2013.
wasn't great. I don't know whether we should start at 2.
No, we got to do it.
Oh,
We
man.
got to commit. We
I
got.
haven't even got that anymore.
Get it.
All right.
Jesus Christ.
Anyway, we'll come back to that. But we're playing them, and people could listeners can play along if they want. Who cares? No one cares. But we agree. Oh, it's a classic. We play it and see if it holds up. And so far, I think The Walking Dead season 1, even though it's good, so far, I'll carry on with the episodes, Stuart. I'll agree to that.
It
because
is.
It was mine.
It is not. I'm only doing the first season, though. I don't think we need to play the whole lot.
Mate, I've not even played season 3 or 4. I don't care.
No,
about any of that stuff.
no.
I will agree to do the whole of season 1, but so far,
Yeah.
I don't think it holds on. Tara is crawling into the room. She's
Why
crawling
would she be
Tara.
doing that?
because I'm in the loft.
I just put you in a. I just put
No,
you in
why
a
is she
photo album,
crawling,
Tara.
though?
She just, I don't know. Oh,
She can walk, can't
So-
she?
You should
What's
not be
going on?
crawling in your condition, Tara.
You should
Yeah,
be
exactly.
crawling in your condition, Tara. So
Hey,
What?
she doesn't need wrapping in cotton wool. She can still do stuff. What's the matter with you?
I don't know. That's
This
not
is
what
the
I've heard
modern
about
age.
how pregnancy works.
can you hear that?
Hi.
Hi, Tara. She can't hear us.
How
can
you
she?
doing there? How's the gestation coming along?
Good, getting bigger.
Good.
She's getting
Yeah.
Very
No.
well.
Me too.
Oh.
I keep eating chocolate.
big. Yeah.
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 What's been the most surprising part of the process for you?
How addicted to hoovering I've got.
What?
Okay.
That's a weird one.
She's
Yeah.
addicted to
Hey.
hoovering. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what weird
Cool.
stuff are you eating? What weird stuff are you eating?
Nothing weird, but I wake up in the morning, like 3 o'clock in the morning, to eat plums.
Oh, that is a little bit weird. Can I just say?
Yeah.
So hoovering and fruit, those are the worst things to
Yeah,
be
yeah,
addicted to.
not doing anything weird apart from the plummet at 3 o'clock in the morning thing.
Yeah.
You know.
I'm just sat in the dark next to Mike snoring, just chewing on a plum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know that feeling.
Why
Yeah.
not?
And sadly, not my plums.
Oh, come on.
Not anymore. What's the
it
matter
sounds
with
like
you?
the shower was a lot of fun.
What?
Oh,
Yes,
the baby shower.
The
yes,
baby shower?
baby
Yes,
shower.
okay.
Yeah,
good.
the baby shower.
It was,
Right.
yeah, it was great.
Yeah, yeah.
We were very,
Yay.
very spoiled.
Yeah, yeah. Good time.
Yeah.
Ah.
You deserve it.
What do you mean? Chini was complaining that you didn't get enough. He's like, I want more. What's the matter?
Yeah. Where's
Oh,
the
we
more
Yeah.
stuff?
got plenty. We got
Yeah,
plenty.
yeah, yeah. More cash.
Yeah. It was
Yeah.
more spending time with people. That's what
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
all
it was
about,
good.
Isn't it?
Meow.
Give us some money!
Oh.
There, yeah. Why have you crawled up here?
Yeah.
I can't get my dress off.
Oh, I need to take her dress off because she can't
Oh.
get it off.
Just the clip.
Okay.
All right. Okay. All right. I've got to do.
Gotta
husband
do
duty.
Yes,
husbandy
go be a good
things.
husband.
All right. One sec.
Right.
I'll be back
Yeah,
in a sec.
okay.
Okay. Right. So here's a musical interlude while Chinny is away. Do, 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 do.
Bit of elevation music.
Yeah. So Walking Dead, you said you're gonna keep going
Yeah.
with all of season 1. Are you gonna
Yeah.
do the other seasons or
No,
the
just season one. Just season one. I think that's a bit.
I
much
remember
to
season
ask.
2 being good. But obviously, it couldn't live up to season 1. But
maybe it's better than season 1 when we play it the second time. Who knows?
Could be. Who knows?
Who knows? Who knows?
Okay, I'm back.
Okay, welcome back. Because I was going to say, if you couldn't help her with her dress, maybe she would say this.
I'll do it myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do it
There you
myself.
go.
I'll fucking do it myself.
Pretty quiet, but.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Anything else about Walking Dead?
Not really.
So far,
Yeesh.
I mean, when we were playing Mass Effect, Stu, we were like, this game holds up. This game. I think
Oh yeah, no, I was completely blown away by how
I-
good Mass Effect
Hey,
still
what do you
is.
feel about The Walking Dead? Do you think it's holding up?
Oh, I'm a bit middling at the moment. I
Yeah.
mean, totally.
It's a bit-
I mean,
it's-
just some of the stupid stuff to make you do point and click stuff, like the battery thing, was just ridiculous. It's like she could have found those batteries herself. And why? Right, here's another thing. Right, why is there still loads of food everywhere that you have to then give out to people if you like them or not? It's like
That's
why?
true about every post-apocalyptic video game. That's true about Fallout. Like
No, but
you
it's
know,
in the
there's
shop
food
where they've
everywhere.
all been holed up for however long
Yeah, they're
before
in
they
there.
take
I
you
think
in.
Right.
that's his point.
I
It's
know.
like they can get it themselves.
They could have got that food would have been eaten by now. It wouldn't have just been still on the shelves waiting for you to
Right.
pick it up.
That's every. I mean, if you're gonna have a video game that takes place after the apocalypse, unless it takes place right after the apocalypse, food would all be gone.
No. This was totally like, what can we get the player to interact with? Like, what can we do where they have to interact? Right, sandwiches. Let's do that. Or bars of chocolate, whatever.
Right.
Oh yeah, I know, batteries.
I'm a very this is like a middling, yeah, like you, Stu. I don't know whether this holds up anymore. But we'll carry on playing it. We'll see.
No, we'll carry on playing it. But at the moment,
the more
I'm a
important
bit
question
like,
is it fun?
No.
No.
Okay, well
It
that's a bad
controls
sign.
badly. The voice,
Okay.
I mean, some of the, like I say, some of the dialogue's stupid. Some of the stuff it gets you to do stupid.
Yeah.
Some of the things you just say is stupid.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
you know, I'm not going to be too hard on it because I absolutely loved this game the first time I played it. But at the moment, I'm a bit like, what is this?
After a hard day killing zombies, I kick back and listen to the Veteran Gamers podcast.
Oh, that's such a good soundbite. Anyway,
That is
Right.
Melissa Hutchinson, by the way, the person who plays
yeah,
Clementine.
Melissa
in these games.
Hutchinson. I've spoken to several
Did
times.
a whole
She's
bunch
lovely.
of cool sound clips for us.
She did. She was so brilliant. She didn't even
What's
curse.
with all the sound bites?
Okay.
She just said, "Right, what do you want me to do?"
Alright, yeah, we know our
fine.
bloody hell. Jesus.
Anyway,
Just in case anybody
Uh,
hasn't heard
fuck.
before. Go ahead.
right.
nice.
Anyone got any other individual games before we move
Yes.
on to
Duke has.
Common the
Yes,
Duke
I have
Hood?
one more.
Okay, Duke.
It is called Station to Station. I downloaded this during Next Fest on Steam. Next Fest.
What is it?
And it is a
Game.
railroad building game,
Oh yeah.
but it's actually a puzzle game. It's a railroad building game in the same way that, like, I'm trying to think of a game to compare it to. You know how there are some games that are on the auspice, like Overcooked. Nah, Overcooked is a cooking game. But, you know, like Surgeon Simulator is not actually like a surgery game. It's a goofy, you know, watch things go wrong game.
Yeah.
So this is a puzzle game that takes the form of a train building game. So the way it works is you have certain buildings. Let's say you have 2 buildings on the map at the
Yeah.
start of the round, right?
Yeah.
You have a wheat farm and you have a mill, right? So you build a station at each of those buildings and then you connect them. So now the wheat goes from the farm to the mill and it becomes flour.
Yeah.
Once you have that, it'll put in a bakery. And if you send the flour to the bakery, it becomes bread. Okay. So that's the idea behind the game. It's just figuring out how to move these, you know, products from one place to another. You lay down track, join up the stations, and eventually you get the bread. And then eventually they give you a city and you connect the city to the train system. And now you have bread going to the city. And then eventually you get a dairy, and then you get the dairy, send some of the milk to the city, and some of the milk goes to the cheese making factory. And then you get the cheese to the city. And it's all about just getting stuff to where it needs to be. It's not very complicated, but it's also not as open as I thought it might be. So that's a little frustrating because it's really, like I said, it's a puzzle game, and I wasn't expecting a puzzle game. I was expecting something kind of like Railroad Tycoon or whatever, where you're building tracks wherever you want. It's mostly predetermined because the buildings just show up on the map. You don't get to choose where the buildings go. And that's part of the challenge is, okay, this is, the wheat farm is up on the prairie, and then the mill is on top of a cliff. So you have to use bridges to go up, and get to the mill or whatever it is. There are cards so that, you might get a card that says cheap bridges. And so therefore, when you need to go up, you can activate that card. And during that round or that, building of track, that turn, I guess you could call it, you have cheap bridges. So it doesn't cost as much.
Slightly interesting that they have.
It is. There are some things that are slightly interesting like that. The graphics are really cool. It's a voxel art style.
It looks amazing. It looks amazing.
It does look amazing. And you can zoom way in, and it's got like flowers, and it does depth of field, and it's very polished in terms of how it looks. The sounds are also very satisfying. So for instance, later on, the challenge, so every time you do a map, there's like a certain number of buildings you have to connect to the system. And it gets a little tricky at times because you have two rails running kind of near each other, and you need to get them both to connect to the city and whatever. You manage how they intersect or whatever it is. Other times there's an extra bonus challenge that'll say, like, when you get done with the round, you need to have $500 in the bank. So you can't spend too much building rails and whatever. Another challenge was, so there's a bonus thing that happens if you lay down one set of track and suddenly you have 3 resources getting to where they need to be at once, then the bonus stacks, right? So let's say you had your cheese making factory connected to the wheat farm connected to the city, right? Well, the cheese making factory isn't making cheese because it doesn't have milk yet. The city doesn't want raw wheat, so nothing's actually been connected, right? But then you connect some other resources that do suddenly result in the city having cheese, the wheat farm getting its wheat processed, etc. Suddenly you have these sounds that are like ding, 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 and the gold is like stacking, so it's like, and it's very rewarding and sonically, right? So that's a good thing about it. Yeah. There's nothing really wrong with it. It's just that the design of the game, the basic idea behind the game is pretty basic. So once you've done a few rounds, it feels like you've done them all. You know what I mean?
It's
just a matter of
get progressively hard or add stuff.
It gets a little more tricky because you have more and more buildings, and you have, the wheat farm is going to be very far away from the windmill that's going to process the wheat, but you don't have to connect the wheat farm directly to the mill. All you have to do is have a system of stations that are connected, right? So you just have to plug the wheat farm into that system somehow, and then it's all going to work out.
When you loop in TVs together, when you're doing audio visual for an event,
there you go.
You're looping it. You're looping that feed.
You're looping it. Yeah. Something else is on the Wi-Fi network. It's good. You don't have to worry about where it's going or how. So like I said, it's good. There's nothing wrong with it exactly. It just wasn't the kind of game I wanted it to be.
It's like you're looking at like a Minecraft map from above, isn't it? Really?
Yeah. It's really, if you like a good puzzle game, and it's not too stressful, like, maybe the later levels are, but I think what they put their efforts into is making it look really good and making it sound good. Yeah. So I think if, and they have, this is the demo, it's all just one area, one biome, one region. They show like a trailer when you get done, and it's like there's a bunch of different biomes. So there's one in the desert, there's one in the mountains, etc., etc. I think they've done a lot of really good work on making all the stuff look cool.
There's one in hell.
Yeah, I must admit, looking at it, I mean, close up, the buildings look like little Lego buildings, don't they? They're very cool.
They look like little Minecraft buildings.
Well, I think it's a bit of a combo.
Lego and Minecraft are very similar, so you're both right.
No, I think I'm right.
But they look plasticky. The textures look like plastic.
Yeah, Minecrafty. Cool.
Yeah, Minecraft always looks like plastic, doesn't it? Not. No, I think it looks cool. But I don't think it'd be a game for me.
You know what's cool? Minecraft, so it looks like that. Okay, so
it does look like Minecraft.
It does look good. Look, I don't know. I don't know whether I'd play it, but it looks good.
Yep, looks great. It's fun enough. I'm glad I played the demo. I didn't add it to my wish list.
It's called Station to Station.
Station to Station.
It is. Right, shall we talk about Common Hood, which is a game I definitely won't be adding to my wish list.
Bitch. Yeah, bitch. Yeah, bitch. Play my game, bitch.
Yeah, it's got the Breaking Bad connection.
realised
not
I have to put the animation thing on the stream because it's really weird when you're playing a sound clip and we're just like looking at our screens like gorms. You know,
some of us are bouncing our heads to the music because it's such good music. So.
Yeah, I mean, actually, I don't need to put it on a wish list because you can have the whole game for free with Game Pass. But yeah, if I had to put this on a wish list, it definitely would not be going on it.
Nah, I'm a thumbs down on this one.
I thought you.
The game is called Common Hood. There's things I liked about it. So Chinny chose this.
I picked this because I thought Duke would like it.
Yeah, and I appreciate that. And there are things I like about it. So the premise is you are a woman whose parents died in an explosion or something, and you're homeless and you can't afford your house, so you're living out of your car or something. But then you go to the factory where they used to work, and there's a bunch of people living in that factory, and you're gonna make them into a community through the force of your pink ponytail and crafting or something. It is interesting. You know, so the setup is interesting enough. I didn't mind that.
Isn't it like your dad's factory or some shit like that? I didn't really read it very well. Was it?
Your parents worked in this factory at some point.
Okay, right.
Okay. They're trying to build off of something to come. So at one point, there was a sinkhole or something that sucked in some of the factory, and then across the way, there's like deer moving around.
The ant
farmer
one of the told me that. The ant farmer.
Yeah. The person that you're talking to is like, yeah, sometimes we see people over there, like, you know, stay on your toes, whatever. The one thing I think it does best is, let's say you're going to make a chair. In Minecraft, you put the sticks in the little workbench and then boom, you have a chair, right? Well, you don't have chairs in Minecraft, but a door or whatever it is. In this game, you make little like planks and then you put the planks together one by one to make a chair, which is kind of cool. At first, I thought you had to click and drag to make the chairs each time, but you don't. You can just click on the blank. It has like a blueprint, and then you can it has like a ghost line, and you can just click on the ghost line, and it'll put that plank into place. It gets to be a little tedious when you have to make like 10 chairs to have to do each plank because the chair takes like 10 planks. So you have to do back left, back right, front left, front right, cross, fill in the stuff you sit on, and then put one on the top back. And it's just like, okay, doing it a few times is cute. Doing it every time for 10 chairs is like,
It reminded me of like Fallout 4's like build mode a little bit. Like I don't know why. It's made me feel like that, but like on steroids.
You got a little bit of a grid. You got the colors. You know, if it can go there, then it's yellow or green or whatever. If it can't, then it's red. That kind of thing. You're clearing away debris in the same way you do in Fallout.
But I was playing this and I was like, I kind of fucking hate this. So I think Duke will like it.
Yeah.
What I want to know is, but this is what I want to know. How the hell did she fit a table saw in her pocket? That's what I want to know.
Just put it in your pocket.
Fucking table saw.
Special
She's like,
fold-up
just
table
get a
saw.
fucking table saw out my pocket.
You don't want to know.
To be fair, it was in her backpack, not her pockets.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. She had a whole table saw in her backpack.
Yeah.
Silly me.
Right.
That makes total sense now.
This
makes
is the
perfect
bit.
sense
This is the
now,
bit that he doesn't believe coming from a game like Deadly Premonition that he loves. So.
Right.
No, come on, though.
Come on, though.
You're right. It is silly, but that's not the point. The problem, one of the problems that I have with the game is that, first of all, some of the text on the screen.
Anyway, whoa, just a minute. What are you talking about? Deadly Premonition was super bloody realistic. If your car broke down, it took you how long it takes in real time to walk back to town if you were 2 miles away.
Yes, and you
took
can smoke
about
cigarettes
40
to get
minutes to walk back, half an hour.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, Duke, you were saying.
Yeah, some of the text on the screen is blurry, and there's no real way to tweak the resolution. It's you say that like you didn't play it, Chinny. Did you play this?
Well, no, I did, yeah, but like I didn't notice that.
Okay.
No, I didn't
recognize
notice that.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
So you're gonna build event. I didn't play it for too long, maybe an hour or 2 hours.
Wow,
but
you
eventually
did well.
you're supposed to build like living quarters for the people in this factory. And one of the things that they mention, which I think is very interesting, is like you don't want people living near your machines because that's noisy, right? So each person that lives in your community is going to have certain ratings about like how happy they are, and part of that is noise level of where they're living.
A thing about,
and I was like, that's cool.
Wasn't there a thing about you can put if you put certain things where you bet it gives you extra points as well? I remember seeing.
Yeah, right. Because there's all sorts of things you can build, and so there's aesthetic elements, and you know, if the person that is in this part of the building likes pink stuff or whatever. You want to give them pink decorations and whatnot. The problem I think it has is that it's a little too ambitious for what it's actually giving you, so that most of the game at the start is just like building chairs to sell so you can get money to give the guy so he can get his van fixed so he can go get you other stuff.
I still don't understand why you don't like it. Because this sounds like every game that you play.
I know it does. I know it does. But I was thinking about it, and I think this is what I can say. Stardew Valley is magical. It was, I don't want to say it's a perfect game, but it's pretty close. It's the most perfect of the crafting games, right? It's farming. It's not really crafting so much, but it is farming. It is. But no piece of Stardew Valley is perfect by itself, right? The farming is good, but it's not amazing. The fishing is not great. The community is okay. The mines are fine. What makes Stardew Valley magical is that all the things work together very well. This game has some things that are good, but the pieces don't really work together very well. So at one point, I'm building chairs, and I'm like, all right, I can kind of get into the building of chairs. And then they're like, oh, you need to manage the people in your community and assign them to jobs. And I was like, I thought I was building chairs. What the fuck is this about assigning people to jobs and stuff? So I think Stardew Valley may have done this thing where it said to game developers, hey, never mind making a fishing game or a crafting game or a farming game. Every game should have all the things now. And so this game seems like it wants to have a lot of things, but it just feels like the mechanics aren't as fluid as they should be. And the world just doesn't seem fun or interesting to be in. I didn't like.
No, I think the other weird thing was even the sort of like reasoning for being there and all this, that, and the other, and saying, oh, you know, I've been kicked out. I'm just going to start this weird community in a factory. And then when she says, oh, my mum and dad used to bring me here all the time. Why would you bring your kid to a dangerous factory where you work?
Well, because it's fun for them. They get to operate the jigsaw.
Do you know what I mean? It made no sense. Like, why would you bring your kid there all the time?
Chinny's making notes, bring kid to factory.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do.
Yeah, take kid to dangerous factory all the time.
Just go on, little Chin.
Go and play with his bandsaw, it'll be fine.
Drive that forklift, you'll be fine.
Yeah, try not to cut your fingers off.
Yeah.
I was
it
trying
just
to
seemed
figure
weird.
out how to
It was just a weird reasoning for her being there. You know what I mean? Oh,
Yes.
I've just been kicked out of my house. Where am I going to go? Oh, the abandoned factory where my mum and dad used to take me as a kid.
Why not?
Hey, it's got a roof. I mean, there is that.
I guess.
But
It just seemed a bit odd.
At one point, I was trying to figure out how the research tree works because I did everything on the first sort of tutorial missions, and then it said build a planer so you can make planes. You know, you can make like boards and stuff. Platform, you know, surface stuff. And I was like, okay,
that's pretty ambitious. If you start making planes, God, you'll make loads of money.
Right. So I was like, well, how do I do that? Like, maybe I have to, you know, build a metal work table. No, I can't do that. It's locked. It turns out you have Dad's books in your inventory, and you can put them down next to your tent. And then when you click to activate those, you start doing research. And that's how you advance the technology.
You see, I'll tell you when I gave up with this game. When I went over to the workbench, you know, there's like the workbench and it said it needs repairing.
Yeah.
So I clicked the repair button and nothing happened. And I'm like,
because you have to put the components into the thing to repair.
Fuck that shit. It was way too complicated. I'm like, I'm not even messing with it.
That's the part that you gave up after like 4 seconds. Fuck it. Okay.
I don't even
I don't blame you because that's how I felt about Dordogne. So now you know how we feel when we played Dordogne.
No, because that's not complicated
Stupid premise,
at all.
Ugly art, hard, and not fun.
Not complicated at all. This game is stupid.
Getting that key out of the mailbox wasn't complicated? Come on.
Come on.
I reckon Stu, when he gets older and older, I think he'll just like games that are first-person shooters, but they play the whole thing for you, and you just press the fire button.
Yeah, that's all
you just
I
press
want.
fire, that's it.
Yeah,
Like,
I just need to press a button.
This is great. I can't.
That's perfect for me.
Perfect.
So then I needed to advance the game to the next day because I don't remember why. I needed
you got
to get
way
this
further than me.
Yeah, you did.
Oh, I played like 5 days.
Oh, I did put my tent up and sleep a couple of times.
Yeah,
I tried going to sleep at one point, and it said you're not tired yet. And I was like, "Fuck you! I've done everything I can do today.
It's after
I'm
9
not
o'clock.
trying to.
It's got to be after 9 o'clock.
Yeah, tools down, man. What's the matter with you?
Every Stardew, Dinkum, all these other games that save when you sleep, My Time and Portia, just let me go to sleep when I want to go to sleep. If I have a sleeping disorder where I sleep 18 hours a day, that's my business. Stop patrolling my sleep schedule, game.
This is Big Brother, man. You're gonna sleep when they.
I've got to say, the video on screen, this thing looks huge. I didn't see any of this shit.
Well, I didn't go exploring very much, so I wouldn't know. I just set straight to work to.
God, what the hell is he doing?
Secret gardens and all sorts.
Yeah, it's just enormous.
That's how you get to Narnia.
Maybe it is. Maybe it is. Go through
But
the
again,
wardrobe.
like they built this huge thing, and then it's like, oh, what are people going to do in it? Well, let's just have them endlessly crafting little tiny things, and then
yeah,
make
stools,
a bigger thing out of it.
chairs.
Yeah, right, exactly. So it has some potential. I'm never going to find out because I'm just thumbs down.
I
from
thought
all
it had
three of us.
potential in terms of like, wow, you could, if for someone who actually liked the game, like you could make loads of stuff, and you could probably like rearrange the whole furniture in this place.
Yeah. Oh, sure. You could make, I'm sure, something
The only
very nice.
the only thing I'll say,
Good luck to the person that does that.
When I was looking for a video on this, I was trying to find someone who'd built like a big village inside it or something really cool.
Yeah.
And I just couldn't find that.
Nobody
I'm like,
got
does that
that
even
far.
exist? You know, is there
Right.
someone who's built anything like that?
I mean, maybe just not yet. Sometimes people just need some time to build stuff like that in
Maybe.
these games. But I'll tell you, every crafting game that comes along, I don't know if it's true about this one, but a lot of them will say in the marketing, in the trailers or whatever, it'll say like, build anything you can dream of. That's not a selling point anymore, okay?
Yeah.
Every game lets you do that, right? That's not interesting. Give me something other than build whatever you want. I can build whatever I want in Minecraft. Fuck you.
Yeah, I
Except a
agree.
chair, ironically enough.
I just
Yeah.
I only when you said that earlier, I was like, I've never realised that you can't build a chair in Minecraft. I was like, oh yeah, you never.
You can build a step with signs on both sides. It's kind of like a chair.
Oh,
You can sit in it.
But it's not
But it's
really
not
a chair.
I'm
actually
Is
a
it?
chair.
surprised, like
Right.
Minecraft, haven't gone. Should we make a chair? Like, should
that
we make a chair?
like furniture for your home, like hello, and fucking paint for the. Let me paint the walls of my house. What are y'all doing?
Should we
No,
make
we're gonna
Whoa.
redesign the ocean for the 17th time. We're gonna add octopus clam hybrids.
Gulab, shall we make paint? No, I'm doing the caves.
No paint. Fuck him. Who
I'm
wants to
doing
paint their
the
house?
Caves
Fuck
again.
him.
The caves.
Caves. Make a new cave.
Caves.
A new mob called the Gembulech.
Yeah, the return of Gamula.
Yeah,
Watch out for
that.
the Gembulech.
Okay.
Right.
That's enough
Common
about
Hood.
Common Hood.
Fuck out of here.
It's-
What are we
Common
gonna
Hood.
play next week?
I think we
Shit.
spoke way too long. I've got a suggestion for next week.
Oh no.
Go ahead. Let's hear it.
Well, I've got two. You can choose, right?
No.
Now there's
Ooh,
one.
Everyone's catering to me.
Now there's one very similar to Common Hood called the Wandering Village.
I played
Uh,
that.
Have you? Have you played? Oh, was that
I
a game?
did.
Uh,
There was a demo once upon a time that I played.
Uh?
It's fun. It's cute. Sure.
Well, fuck
I'd love
that
to
one.
know
What
yours.
was the other one?
or the other one's called Maquette, which is a
Maquette.
first-person puzzle game.
Annapurna, they do good work.
Yeah, so I reckon.
Yeah,
this
let's
one
do Maquette.
Let's do
It
Maquette.
sounds French.
It does. Maquette.
Okay.
So yeah.
Here's what it says in the description. It's a
shit.
puzzle game that takes you into a world where every building, plant, and object are simultaneously tiny and staggeringly huge.
It sounds interesting.
I don't know what the fuck that means, but let's try it.
Let's try it.
What's the worst that could happen?
Maquette.
It
Yes,
Could, like,
play
crash-
it with us, people.
Could crash my console. Set my house on fire.
MAQUETTE.
Don't know.
It seems very unlikely that those things could happen.
It does seem
but
unlikely.
never mind.
Right. On that note, let's do some
Right.
emails, shall we?
Oh yeah, here comes the email.
Whoa, that ruled.
Your sound clips sound really loud tonight.
Yeah, they do. I think it's because we're just used to your more like leisurely sound clips from last week. You know, just
I
saying.
think
This is not good radio.
True.
Okay, first email this week is from Jason.
Oh boy, this is going to be coherent and easy to understand.
And he says, "When the shit goes down,
Oh yeah.
you better be ready."
Hey, what's up? Nothing.
Celebrating 50 years of hip hop, and in August, 50 years of the Great Owl. I
That's
can't
right.
believe I still listen to this podcast. It's not very nice.
We
is it?
can't.
I don't know
believe
what
you
those
still-
have to do with this podcast, but yeah.
Yeah. Duke of Duke.
Jason.
Duke of.
Jason.
Do you guys have any information on the latest Sony and Microsoft consoles? It just like where does he go from
What?
the Duke?
I mean, he just starts writing, and wherever his brain goes, man, that's where he follows.
No, we have no inside information. What's your best guess?
Whoa, I do.
Oh dear, what's your best guess, Ginny?
But what do you want to know?
So, what's Microsoft doing next then, as far as the console goes?
It's making another one.
Well,
What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
It's going to be solid.
What's it gonna be?
Solid.
What's it gonna be called?
Yeah, what's it gonna be called?
It's going to be cool. It's going to have Xbox in it.
Oh, okay,
Okay.
yeah.
That's all I'm allowed to
What
reveal.
color will it be?
What about Sony? What are
Black
they doing?
and or white.
Oh, okay.
What's Sony doing?
Sony are going to do a PlayStation 6. I can tell you the name of that one.
Ah,
Okay.
okay.
Yeah.
And is it going to be
You
super
heard it here
duper
first,
powerful?
people. This is
It's
all
going to
kinds
be.
of new
I
stuff.
can also tell you this fun fact. It's definitely going to be more powerful than the PlayStation 5. Honestly, I shouldn't be saying this stuff.
Is it still going to have a disc? Is it still going to have a disc drive on it?
That's debatable. We was chatting about that in the meetings about it, and I don't think it will. No,
Okay.
but it could do. Who knows?
Anyway, he continues. I don't see any must-have games to convince me to buy them yet because he still hasn't bought a PS5 or an
Spider-Man
Xbox Series X.
2, Spider-Man.
But I know they probably have their Pro versions here or coming soon. Do you think there'll be a
Stir.
Pro version of these two consoles?
Yeah, there's gonna be. There's gonna be like
Maybe.
Dude, there's a Ratchet and Clank game on Steam now. So
There's gotta be a fucking slim version like a PlayStation 5 because it is.
Yeah, it's
fat
fucking
as
enormous.
fuck.
It's enormous.
Yeah.
That Star Wars Ubisoft one looks better than Starfield. Any thoughts on them?
That Star Wars Outlaws game is.
It does look pretty
looks
good.
Fucking sick.
It does. It does
yeah,
look
but
pretty
Bethesda's the best game developer, so Starfield.
good. Yeah, we'll see. Is Alan Wake on last gen?
Yeah.
They
well,
did
no,
they
no,
did
it was 2
a-
gens ago. It was 360 gen.
Yeah, it's 360. But they have done a sort of definitive resed all that kind of version, haven't they?
Still 2 generations old. That game.
It is. It's true. It is 2 generations ago.
Mhm.
Anyway, here is something you can't understand. How Chin never enjoyed a good old shit email, which truly gets me excited to hear of his upcoming adventures in changing diapers.
Oh yeah.
I think that
There
is
something
great.
you can't understand.
I think that's great that he's a good friend of Stu, that he's stepping up to change Stu's depending undergarments.
I'm changing your diapers. Is that what he's
Yeah.
saying?
Apparently.
Hey Stu, if it came to it and I needed to change your diaper, I wouldn't.
You would
Just
do
let
it.
you
You
know.
would. My man diaper.
Yeah.
You would do it. Far better than any email I've ever dropped. Oh, and the baby diapers, that's Mike's true calling.
Yeah.
I just think it's funny because when I...
be in the bubble bath.
We played that for ages.
No, we haven't.
It's true.
I just think it's funny because when I first started listening to you guys, I was changing a lot of dirty diapers.
Mm.
I got better though.
Okay.
Anyway, shout out to the new fathers out there. Don't you know I'm loco?
You trying to get crazy with me? I like all the Cypress Hill references in
I
here.
think
Yeah,
is he doing
going.
that because Cypress Hill was on that bookstore radio YouTube channel thing. You know
I
that
have no idea.
there's a
He's
YouTube
called
channel.
it when the shit goes down. So.
There's a YouTube channel called like little coffee shop or little box. I don't know.
Are you talking about the Tiny Desk concert?
Tiny Desk concert, and the Cypress Hill was on
It's
it.
nothing to do with coffee shops or
Yeah,
bookstores.
yeah, but like Cypress
Well,
Hill was
it's-
on it. Was my point.
I know.
It's funny you
yes.
should say that because in his next line of email, he says, catch some Cypress Hill on Tiny Desk.
There you go.
Hey.
So fresh and so clean.
I remember seeing him when I was like, man, they look old.
Well, they are old.
Yeah.
Big Boy 2. 50 won't be so bad. Old school 90s was the greatest decade. But I think the next 10 years will
Well,
prove
yeah.
to be groundbreaking. Just hose.
Kate Tempest did a good Tiny Desk concert, and Run the Jewels did one too. That was pretty good.
Pac Anderson, he did a good one. So I've worked out how Jason writes these emails. Do you want to know?
Go on.
He taps into his brain and he dreams them.
Yeah. I think he does.
Oh.
I think he
Because
does
like
dream
he,
them.
he obviously
surprised if
watched that
that's the way.
Cypress Hill thing and then muddled with
Or
this
stream of
email, yeah, and
consciousness.
it's just like blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah, blah, and then it comes out as an email. And he reads it in the morning and he goes, "That'll do, that'll do."
That'll do.
Yeah.
For a final bit of advice, just use a hose chimney. Cleans up a lot easier.
I'm guessing he's talking about cleaning up a
the
baby's
kids.
bottom
For the dad, for the baby, just
Yeah,
hose the
that's right.
baby down.
Sounds
That's
like
what
baby
he's
down
saying.
There you
against the
go.
brick wall. Just like,
Exactly.
Yeah.
Jason, so there you go. Thanks for that
Jason.
email.
Thanks for the dad advice.
Indeed, indeed. Next email today is from Darren Sim, and he says original question.
Oh, he's in the Darren Sim said he talked about the Walking Dead game. He actually liked the Game of Thrones one.
Ah, there you go. There you go. Anyway, he says, evening. Assuming Duke's back, I have some original questions just for him that I thought up all on my own.
Okay, let's hear him.
Number one, what is a video game?
What isn't a video game? That's the better question.
What is a video game?
What isn't a video game?
Well, I personally think we are AI characters inside of a futuristic video game.
Yeah,
dude.
dude.
There's a
like
podcast
Matrix,
talking
man.
about this game, going, God, this is shit.
Yeah, there is. Yeah, there is. Number two,
We're not
if you
answering
could
that
be.
one.
No, that one I think we've answered it as best we can.
It's a game. You play it.
Yeah, go.
Idiotic game.
Number two, if you could be one person that's dead, whose coffin would you be in? Why would you want to be dead at all?
Is he trying to win a competition of the worst questions ever?
No, these are the questions I asked in my speak pipe last week. You don't remember that?
Yeah, they are. Yeah, they
Are
are.
they really?
I'm thinking this. Yeah, I'm thinking this sounds familiar.
I
feel
just
like I've
started
already
talking,
answered
and
it.
then stuff came out of my mouth, and it was ridiculous.
My point still stands. Like, is he asking the worst questions ever?
Well, yeah, I was asking the worst
So,
questions.
Duke, if you could be
Duke,
one person
answer your
that's
stupid
dead,
question.
whose coffin would you be in?
Napoleon next.
Why?
Because there's
Yeah,
not.
why?
It's a stupid question. It's a stupid answer to a stupid question. Let's keep it moving.
Number three, what cartoon character would you be?
Bart Simpson. Move on.
Homer Simpson.
number
I'll
four.
be your dad. It'd be weird.
How do you play video games?
With the
You just put them on and play them. Yeah, just play it.
And number
Stu
five,
tells
who's
you
your,
every week how to play games. Just play it.
who is your favorite kind of person?
Cool people.
Nice people.
Yeah, nice
Yeah.
people.
Right.
When the cartoon character was asked, the first one that came to my head was Ash from Pokemon. Not sure if that would count as anime more though. Not a massive
Well,
fan
anime
of Pokemon.
is a kind of cartoon, so yes.
Yeah, it is. But when I was younger, I'd always liked the idea of the world with Pokemon running around and catching, training, and battling them. If that's true, you came up with a game before they did, who knew? So there you go.
There you go.
I've got an idea for a game, and it's up to use if you do or do not. But it's like a last man standing game between the three of you. You get an actor and have to name films until you run out, and the last one left wins. If you're up for it, to start with, I will give you a nice easy one. Tom Hanks.
So what have we got to do? Someone says.
So we've each got to take it in turns, saying a film
Naming
that the
Tom
actor's
Hanks
been in,
films.
and whoever sort of
okay.
can't name one,
Yeah,
then
Forrest
you'd
Gump.
lose.
Right, I'm not. We're not
Sleepless
Googling.
in Seattle.
Philadelphia.
Saving Private Ryan.
Oh, I was going to say that. Damn it. I don't know. What's the one where he's stuck in the airport?
You haven't fucking run out already.
I've almost run out, I think.
He's stuck in the airport, man. What's that called?
The Terminal.
Oh,
You
yeah,
don't
the
get to tell
Terminal.
him. He loses.
Yeah, well,
Stu
thanks, Stu.
loses.
No, you loses. Right, go on, dude, go.
No, it's your turn. We were
Castaway.
going around this way.
The Terminal.
Shut up.
Shut up.
There you go. Chinny got it. Shit. The one with the girl, and they're in the Old West.
Oh my God, you
The
did
Amazing Mr. Michael. I don't know what the fuck it's called.
We're old.
Tom Hanks movies. I lose. You win, Chinny.
Polar Express.
Name some others to show how great
Road
you
to
are.
Perdition.
Oh, you know
Toy
way too
Story.
many.
Toy Story 2.
Splash.
Toy Story 3.
Story.
Is he in Catch Me If You Can?
Catch Me If You Can.
Yeah.
See, I'm thinking of them now. Big.
Pulp Fiction.
The
What
Captain.
about Big?
He's not in Pulp Fiction.
Cloud Atlas. Isn't that?
He is in Cloud Atlas.
Is he in that?
He's in a lot of films.
It's weird, but
I'm thinking of him now. I don't need to.
No, I don't think he's
talking
in
that weird dialect. He isn't Cloud Atlas.
Is
He's
he
talking
really?
that weird dialect in the Tusi Badabin.
Cloud Atlas.
Anyway, he says.
All right.
if you-
Anyway, moving
Is
on.
he
He
Go
says
on.
if you decide
Glass,
to do it,
Glass Onion? No, he's not in Glass Onion.
yeah.
No.
If you decide to do it and it's okay, I can give you
Texas
another
Chainsaw
actor for
Massacre.
next week, or someone else can.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're more than
Do
welcome
it.
to give us
Every
another one.
week,
Let's do it
Go
again.
for it.
Poltergeist.
We like it. We like any
I
sort
could
of
use a break
competition.
from the. What does it mean? I'm kind of done with that game.
Oh well, I'm sorry, but the next up now is what does it mean?
Oh,
It's time for
cool. What does it mean? My favorite thing. All right, it's cute. It's just we've been doing it a while.
No, I
think
like
they
what
did
does it mean.
repeat.
Shut up,
I
you.
think they did repeat. Beat around the bush. I'm pretty sure we had before.
Yeah.
Anyway, just leave Mark alone. But what does it mean?
We still like
Yeah,
Mark.
right. Yeah, we do. We love Mark.
Yeah, of course. We love you.
So he says, "Good evening, VG
I'll bet-
team."
Hello.
So here is the first. What does it mean for this week? What does it mean? Born with a silver spoon in one's mouth. Born with a silver spoon. in
Right,
your
it's
mouth.
when they used to feed the rich babies with food, and then
Yeah,
they've
right.
got
Silver
the
cutlery, man.
Yeah.
Use a silver spoon.
Born with a silver spoon. Let's see if it's true. Are you right? Are you wrong? Who knows? It says, although this phrase was thought to be British, referring to the upper classes born into privilege, the first recorded use was in America in 1801 in a speech made to US Congress. It was a common proverb that few lawyers were born with silver spoons in their mouths. So there you go.
Wow.
There you go.
That's
So
a
it's not
weird
British
one.
at all. Is it?
Yeah.
See,
this is often the case. It's like, well, it's obviously to do with like people coming from privilege, but the answer is often it's not exactly the origin story.
the
you thought
original
it-
origin of it, yeah. Cut of your jib. So
Well,
what
that's
was
to do
that?
with sailing. It's a kind of sail
Wow.
that you have on a
Look at
boat.
Duke.
Yeah.
So
That's
does it,
like
if
on
you
The
had a better
Simpsons. I like
jib,
the
did
cut
you
of your
go
jib.
faster?
What's a jib?
So,
Is
so
it
I'm
was-
guessing like the way the jib looks or something. It's like
Yeah, or how
like
it was
your jib.
made,
Well,
made
and
it
how
made
it's
your boat
made so that
faster.
it causes the boat to work well. Yeah.
Okay, let's see if you're right.
All
So
right.
Walter Scott brought this phrase into common use in 1824, but it actually is a jib. It is a triangular sailing used on sailing ships.
Ding, ding,
And as
ding.
each country has its own style of jib, the cut of the jib determines where the boat originates from. So you were almost right.
He was right.
Well, I was.
Well,
I
yeah,
was
we'll
right.
give you that for even knowing it was a sail on a boat.
He was right.
Victory
He
for
was
that.
right.
Well, we'll let you have it. We'll let you have it.
No, we're not letting him have it. He was
Oh,
correct.
just stop being a
He's sore
namby
because he didn't get to
pamby,
have the
all
one
You
that
can't
he
right?
didn't know
say
the
you
name
can't
of.
say namby pamby anymore.
Well, that's the next phrase. Where does namby-pamby
Ah.
come from?
There you go. I have no idea where that one comes from.
Middle English times. It's not even real time.
Namby-pamby. So what does it mean, namby-pamby?
Medieval millennial.
Okay, you ready? We don't know.
No idea.
Uh,
no, I imagine like old English posh people. That's what I think.
Okay, well, namby-pamby was a nickname invented in the 18th century by poets John Gay,
Oh my god, I was right.
Alexander Pope, and Jonathan Swift to mock the English poet and playwright Ambrose Phillips.
That's what I said.
Oh.
Old English
You were
posh
right.
people. Fucking
Yeah,
hell.
Phillips,
go.
a tutor to King George's grandchildren. That is, you can't get much posher than that, can you?
Exactly. I got it right.
Gained notoriety for the sycophantic poems. Sorry, crikey. Sycophantic poems he wrote about his charges, often using babyish language such as eensy weensy, and his rival poets gave his own name to the same treatment. And that's all, folks. So there you go, namby-pamby. So Ambrose Phillips
Right.
became namby-pamby.
There it is.
So there you go. Thank you,
All
Mark.
right. Thank you, Mark.
Thank you, Mark.
We appreciate you.
We
We
have
would like
got...
to get. We would
Thanks, Mark.
love to get maybe some other kind of quiz, origins of
No,
something
I
else
like-
besides
I like it.
phrases.
You leave him
Stu
alone. I
likes
like
it.
what does he
I
do.
think it's run its course. I think we've had some fun with
No,
it.
there's
I
way
would
more
love to
sayings to do. Yeah, what's the matter with you?
Of course there are, but I don't. Whatever. For whatever it's worth, my preference would be some other kind of quiz.
Well, we've
Go on, what
got
else we
such a weird one here. It's off someone called Meggy Dwager,
Is it spam?
and they just said
All right.
hello,
It's spam.
Hello.
hello, spam, and
Is that it?
yeah, that's it. We just need to do.
Why
speak
did you
type
waste
that
our
week,
time
see.
with that spam nonsense?
I don't know. Hello.
Okay.
They said hello. Couldn't even spell
Yes,
it
that
right.
bot sure did say hello. Go on.
It did. Didn't even spell it right. Right. Anyway, Duke, speak pipe time.
Ooh, speak pipe time.
Speak pipe!
it's the way to leave a
No,
message
it's
for
crap.
us.
Oh, right. I got to play this. I forgot. That's me.
Oh.
Just the one? Saint Diesel? Is that
That's
it?
the. Oh, you didn't have it ready, did you? That's what's happening here.
Nope. It's been in 2 weeks. You're lucky I'm here at all. Now, fortunately, I have this amazing technology where I can pause a speak pipe in the middle of the speak pipe, so we don't have to start all over if somehow Chinny did a thing where he had to start it over. Remember that?
Hilarious.
So funny.
Hey, Veteran Gamers, it's St. Diesel back again. I was going to give you a summer blockbuster movie quiz this week, but things have got a bit on top of me, so I'm going to do that definitely next weekend.
Awesome.
It's going to be a quiz where they're going to give you dialogues from 3 summer blockbuster movies from the 1970s, the 1980s, and the 1990s.
RoboCop. Oh, wait, that wasn't the question. Okay.
So that's 9 questions, and see how we do, just for funsies, I
sure.
think. But
Lady
I like how, it's just for fun. I like how he says just for fun, in case we were worried that there was going to be money.
Yeah, it's going to be
or someone's gonna
serious.
get shot if you get it wrong. Yeah.
Apollo 13.
The reason things have got a bit on top of me this week is basically there's been 3 things. The roof of my place where I live, it's got tiles on, as many houses do, and it's been getting retiled. So there's been
everybody's doing renovations.
Yeah,
Stu,
renovation work.
Saint Diesel. Everybody's a jerk. As
My
Bender
neighbours.
says.
My neighbours are doing it.
Me, you, this jerk.
construction scaffolding around the place I live all week, and it's still here. And also at work, I still work for the same employer, but I've been moved to a different job, and that's been fairly stressful. And thirdly, this week I heard about a friend a good friend who I've known for many years, who's been taken into the hospital with some serious breathing problems, and still in hospital at the moment. But I'm hoping to go and see him sometime next week. But quick question for you, I guess, in relation to all of that. I know Mr. Piotrowski has written books about stress and how to deal with it, but if you have a stressful week, what's your current way of dealing with it? Has it changed since the pandemic, or is it just the same sort of thing you've always done? And I just leave it at that. Stress-free, but until next time.
Thanks, Saint Diesel.
Yeah, thank you.
Go ahead, y'all. What do you do to deal with stress?
Try not to get stressed in the first place.
Yeah, that's Stu's northern response is stress is for girls.
Yeah, it is.
Right.
I'll be honest, I very rarely get stressed.
Well, you can't with your condition.
No, so
Yeah,
I don't.
but when
I don't.
Stu, let's back the fuck down. Because I remember when I first met you, you was in a very stressful job.
Yeah, that is true.
So what did you do then?
Try not to think about it.
Bury it down like a real man.
It is.
So you know what you actually did, though? You know what you actually did?
Stress.
You gave yourself a least stressful life. You moved jobs.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean? Like you
That
got.
is
You was
true.
like, you know what? You probably don't mind me saying this, but you took less pay for less stress.
That's true. That is true.
You did do something about it.
I did. That is true. And now I just take beta blockers, which work really well.
What I do is I beat up cats.
I like that.
I line them up and I just smack them.
Take that, cats.
Smack them in the head.
What I do is I zonk. We've talked about zonking. I zonk.
Zonking. There you go.
I talk to Tara. She makes me feel better. And sometimes playing snooker, things like that. You know, things that I like doing. That de-stresses me. Talking to my mate Marsh. You know, that de-stresses me and that sort of stuff. So
you basically discuss it with people.
I don't know when I'm talking to Marsh. I don't go, Marsh, I'm stressed. I
get it.
No, I go, Marsh, like, isn't dicks are funny, aren't they? You know, whatever.
Yeah.
About. So you know, just that kind of stuff. So, and then you know, but people always think I'm really laid back. I remember when someone said, I think it was my brother. He says, "Oh God, if he was any more laid back, he'd be dead." And I remember thinking, like,
that's what Kay thinks about you, to be fair.
I never really think that I'm that laid back, but I must be because everybody thinks I am. So I don't know.
You totally are.
Well, you know, we don't see. I guess I get flustered sometimes. I'm the crank of the group, but you know, I think we've done a good job in general of keeping stress to a minimum on this show, and that's a good thing.
No, I agree.
Yeah. As Derek said, St. Diesel said, I have written a couple of books. One's called Mind Wipe. If you haven't read it, check it out. It's free on the internet.
I've read it.
Right. Just-text.org. You can download it for free, but you can also buy a physical copy. I give out copies to my students. Just some tips that have helped me. I'm a big believer in mindfulness, and it's not the type of thing where you have to regularly engage in it. I mean, you can, because that's helpful. The Duchess and I spend 5 minutes meditating at the start of every day. But I find that the most important thing is to be aware of how stress and anger show up in you, and you try to let go of it so that it doesn't build up. Because if you ignore it, it tends to build up and cling to you, and then it gets worse and worse and worse, and you lash out at the wrong person, or you get mad over a video game, and those things don't really matter. So
I tried the meditating once, Duke, and it didn't work out very well for me, because I closed my eyes and tried to forget what I was doing and everything. But the trouble was I was driving at the time, and it was really
crap,
really
and then
problematic.
7 people died. Yeah, sure.
You wrote something in that book that stuck with me, Duke. It was, I think you was quoting somebody else, so you can't take the credit. I'm sorry, but you pointed to me.
I often quote people.
You pointed it to me, which is also useful. Where it's a guy's, what's he reading a book and eating, and he can't do one of those things well.
He doesn't enjoy either of those enough to do it by itself.
I think about that.
It's a great line.
I think about that all the time, and I was like, man. Sometimes I'm eating something, I'm just I'm just going to fucking eat this. Right, I'm not going to do anything else. And then that also led me to, I couldn't understand. I don't do this, obviously, because I don't believe in God, because, we're all just going to die or whatever. But, I can understand why people pray before they say grace or whatever before food. It's appreciate the food. You've got food. You lucky fuck, right?
And you can do it in a secular way, thanks to the farm workers who picked the crops, and thanks to the people who took care of the animals to give us the meat or whatever.
I do it I look at it and go, that looks fucking nice, man. I'm going to eat this shit. And it could be a very nice meal, or it could be just a fucking sausage sandwich that I made myself. And I'm like, I can't wait to fucking eat that.
But you're still grateful. And I think that is actually an important thing, because part of, I think, what makes us angry as humans is losing perspective. And Kendrick Lamar said that meditation is important to him because it helps him keep his perspective. And I think that the more grateful you remember to be, the less caught up you'll get on the things that you don't get that you think you deserve. And that tends to be the number one thing that people get mad about. Is, I deserve to be where I want to go on the road. So people road rage. I deserve to win that game. My teammate made dumb mistakes. So you rage out in Rocket League or whatever. And it's, at the end of the day, we have a lot to be thankful for. So as the rap group from the UK, Dirty Diggers, said, there's no way to quit. There's no soft option. You got to count your blessings and do it often.
You got to say their name carefully. Right. Anyway.
Yeah, really. I got to enunciate. I wish they would have picked a different name. But they're digging for beats in the crates.
So. Sure they are. Okay.
I want to get some guys beat up when they say the name of our band.
Have you got any advice about fucking it all off?
Nope.
Excellent.
Okay. Any other speak pipes?
Take beta blockers. No, that's it.
Yeah. All right. How about threads? What's on the threads?
Nothing, I don't think, really.
I still haven't been on
what?
threads.
I made a freaking theme song. I want to play it.
Oh,
well, we'll play it. Oh, yeah. We just got one in.
Oh my god, that's awful. I'm glad we haven't got anything because I never
you stepped on the end of it. Now I gotta play it again. Would you shut
I never
your
want to
mouth?
hear that again.
Well, you're gonna hear it again now because there's something at the end. Shush.
Oh my god. It's a bit rubbish.
See? Didn't you like that?
Wow. No, I didn't.
You were saying it as it was playing.
Oh my
it's
god.
It's a good song.
Oh my god.
Shut your mouth.
You know what?
God damn.
I both hated that and loved it at the same time.
It made my ears bleed.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's the type of thing you're gonna love it more every time you hear it.
I don't think so.
No, I don't think. I think I'm gonna hate it more.
It's a
what are you going to
great
do for
song.
X anyway? Never mind. Threads.
Fuck, no, I'm never going to say it is what I'm going to do. What a schmuck. I have this thing that's got $7 billion of value.
God.
Let me cut half of that value away by taking a sledgehammer to the side of the building. What a schmuck. God.
Anyway,
All the
let's
work
do some,
people did to make that bird into what it was.
let's do some shout outs and get the hell out of here.
And he also let a lot of white supremacists and child molesters run rampant on the platform. But
Yes,
really,
he did.
It's the whatever. What are we doing? Shout outs?
Yeah, let's do that. Something cheerful.
I mean, if you like the thing, I don't want to play a theme song you don't like.
Oh my God.
It's time for a shout out. Hey!
I'm sorry, Stu. It's so funny that we can't get rid of it. It's just we can't.
Please, people, don't write anything on threads.
It's
Just
so
don't
bad.
send us
Write
anything.
stuff on threads
You know
every
what's
week,
gonna happen
people.
now?
That way you'll hear it.
You know what's gonna happen next, Stu? We're gonna get loads of people on threads.
Yeah.
Oh, my
Add
God.
us. Oh, you can't add us, but I don't know. Right?
I don't know.
That's
I
the
don't
thing
know.
with
Yeah, you
threads
can.
right now. There's no usability. You can't
I don't
notify
even
us.
know how it works. I have no
You
idea.
just
All
follow
it is
people.
it's
You just follow
literally just
people.
threads. Like if you see someone, like go to our page for the Veteran Gamers UK and then respond to something that we've posted. That's the only way you can like notify us that you've been in touch.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, shout outs. Let's do that.
Right. I'm
yeah.
going first. Alu
Go.
Lami, whatever your name is. Sorry, I can't remember. Darren says we are terrible. Yeah, we are. Absulami is his name. Yeah. What's up? Thanks for the Rocket League games. And if you're still here, God bless you. He said he'd stop by at the start of the show. I don't know. Yeah. Shout out to. Wait, there's other things that I put in my phone for shout outs. Hang on. The Just a Game documentary. And Antonio told me. Oh, Antonio told me the news. We didn't have any news this week, but I have some news. It's sad news, people. Did you hear about this? Ubisoft said they're not going to do the Phoenix Rising sequel.
Oh no.
Oh, okay.
That sucks. It's such a great. It was like my favorite game I played in the last year, and they just told us that we're not getting a sequel.
It didn't do very well.
No, it
do
didn't.
any well. Which
But it
is a
should have
shame.
done because it's awesome.
I know, but these things happen.
So
These
what? Because
things
it's a rip off of Breath.
Maybe
of
in
the
10 years, like enough like fan base will, like Mirror's
Hey,
Edge. Mirror's Edge like didn't
I'm
do
still
well. but
waiting
then
for
got a
the.
sequel.
I'm still waiting for the remake of Playgrounds of Destruction. Man, that game is the shit.
Yeah, you're gonna be waiting a while.
Well, that's the point. People don't do that sort of thing, making a game that should have existed.
Shout out to.
All right, who's next?
Margaret,
Go
shout
on,
out
Chinny's
to
just going. Chinny's going.
Darren Sim,
Go ahead,
James,
Chinny.
Fraser Moo,
Yeah.
Pillow of Soft, Dave Johnson, Paul McLaren.
What?
Ian, James Bevan, and that's it. Yeah, people in the chat. Thanks for coming, y'all.
There you go. Thank you to Mark for doing What Does It Mean every week. And what does it mean? Thank you to Darren, by the way, for his original questions, because obviously we'd never heard those questions.
Never heard that
Yeah.
before. Brand new stuff.
Brand new, totally brand new.
What's that weird cat?
And if you
And
want to hear some
although-
fun stuff, send us a threads thing. I don't
Yes,
know.
and the threads, yeah. Then you can hear that horrific.
We can only play.
soundbite.
We can only play it if we get
Yeah.
replies.
Yes.
on
Agreed. Absolutely.
And a shout out to Jason for his completely batshit crazy emails that he sends us every week.
Yeah.
And that's it. So let's get the hell out of here.
Let's bugger off.
Thanks for listening, everybody.
See ya.
All right, show's over. No refunds. You heard the robot.
Are you seriously talking about video games? How dare you?
Just moronic commentary and stupid sound effects.
How you told the story was by far the worst part of the story.
Correct. I gotta. We won't be able to see this on the stream, but I'm gonna show you the proofs of the t-shirts.
Oh,
you get to hear our
exciting.
reactions. It's like one of those
oh my
reaction
God,
videos.
this is exciting.
I mean, like,
But
but
just
like,
audio.
there is an obvious problem with two of the t-shirts. A very obvious problem. So don't bother
okay.
about correcting me because I'm gonna correct him about it. But then the bottom one's on the top one is.
so is
fine.
this a link in the chat?
No, I'm
Or is
gonna
it-
share the screen.
Okay. There we go. Here we go.
Ooh,
So
very
that's hold on, where
nice.
the
Oh my God, go. Oh my God.
You can see that. Okay.
Just play. It looks brilliant. That
Yeah.
looks. That's just how I wanted it. That looks amazing.
Yeah. So
that
looks, obviously the top
cool.
one is fine. The bottom two are fine. I was thinking about changing the color of like the fuck this game one.
Why?
Oh, okay.
I don't know because they're all black.
I kind of like the fact that it's white because it then looks like the letters are kind of part of the controller that is being.
No, I was
broken.
going to change the color of the shirt, not the thing.
That's fine with me.
I don't know. Maybe I won't. I don't care. Obviously the
Is
logo.
does the
wrong.
logo below just play it? Is that our logo? I can't really see.
That's
it
our
very well.
logo. Yeah.
That's our little
can't.
logo in like an orange Nike thing. I
Yeah,
love that. I
nice.
think that looks brilliant.
Great.
That is totally cool. And the font.
Sorry, this is nitpicky. Is it possible some of that is black in that logo? Is it possible to make it all orange and white?
What do you mean?
What?
So the logo right now is orange, white, and black.
Yeah.
And the black looks jarring there. I would vote for it to be all orange and white. So the parts that are currently black inside that.
Oh,
Inside the
white as
controller.
well.
Yeah. Just make it orange instead of black inside.
I think no. I think that's you'd lose a bit of our logo though, wouldn't you?
It's
Well, no, because it would be orange.
yeah. You
No,
know what I was trying to do?
no.
You know what I was trying to do?
No.
Like each one of us has a saying on a T-shirt. So we got that one, which is you, that one, which is mine. But I can't remember one for you, Duke. I was racking my brains. I was like, Duke just has a bunch of sound effects, so it must be one of them.
Yeah, exactly.
So
I don't need that. It's fine. I appreciate that. It's a good idea, but
No, the thing. Can I just go back? I think the T-shirt's fine because the whole point of it is to look like the night look. Because on the normal one, it just has a night tick in it.
yeah.
So
In
that
an orange background, right?
yeah. So if
So
you
it's
make,
just orange and white, right?
so you mean just so so it would just be like the outline because you
No,
wouldn't see anything.
No,
then.
it would
no,
not
the
be
black,
the outline.
the little like stick man who's black
Yeah.
in the rings.
Yeah.
Duke's saying to turn that orange.
No, I think it looks fine. I think stick to the straight logo how it looks. I think it looks fine.
But the straight logo, how it looks, would be black on the background. I'm not trying to make this a big deal. I just feel like it's busy. It's design. The best design is it's the simplest design.
I
And
still
the
think it's
simplest
fine.
design there would
I think
be
it looks
orange and
fine.
white, or
It looks
whatever.
fine because it looks right. It looks like our
know
logo.
that
I think if you take anything of it, it doesn't look right.
But I want Duke to have a T-shirt. The way I see it is, this is Stu's
Yeah,
T-shirt.
that's my T-shirt. Leave it
Right.
alone. I'm thinking
This one's
it's fine.
mine, so I'll
I thought
do
they
whatever.
were all of ours.
No, we
Yeah.
own them. And then
There are T-shirts
I want
copyrighted.
one for you, Duke, but I can't think of one. And then I like this one. I like this one.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
These can be
that's a good
on.
one.
Yeah, and obviously these are wrong, which I'll sort out. But that's the general gist of it.
I was
anyway.
trying to click tabs at the top of the screen. I'm like, wait, this is Chinny sharing. this.
What about Chad? Does something to do with Chad Warden or who does the bell toll for? Because that was one of the first funny clips he played.
I don't know.
I don't know. What's his famous clip? What about Threads?
Well, that's not me though. That's Chinny.
No,
again.
Yeah, that's still me. Where's the soundboard? There it is. The soundboard.
There must
Buy
be
my
something in the
book.
soundboard. Oh my god!
I am recording.
Yeah. I don't know.
Buy my book.
Yeah,
Come
yeah.
on.
Yeah, buy my
But
book.
that's not. Nobody wants a shirt that says "Buy my book." Like,
Yeah,
You'd
but
be
it's
surprised.
associated with
It's
you.
good.
It doesn't matter because it's
No,
associated
yes, it
with
does.
you.
I don't want a shirt that
It's-
says
hey,
"Buy my
Stu,
book."
it's Duke's shirt.
It is Duke's,
Yeah,
but
really.
that's what I
It's
associate with Duke.
Duke's shirt. You can pick what he wants.
Buy my book.
I don't know. I need to think about it.
Think
Fuck
about
this
it.
game. No, what's
That's me.
the Yui Bowl? No,
That's
the Yui
Jimmy.
Bowl one.
Fuck yourself.
Fuck yourself.
yourself.
No, I don't want a shirt with "fuck yourself" on it. Thank you.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have
think
to
about
think
it.
about
Have a
it.
think,
but in the
have a
meantime,
Have a thing.
not important.
But this is the gist of it. Anyway,
I'm very happy with mine
Yeah,
though, Chinny. I
good
think that
stuff.
looks
So
brilliant.
these can be hoodies or shirts, by the way. So
Yeah.
I've got.
Cool.
I think I've got prices here as well. Yeah,
All
these
right.
are each as well. So I don't know what you think of these.
Oh, this isn't off whatever it
But
is.
no, this is off this guy. Right. So
Ah, right,
I can
okay.
literally pick these up around the corner. I was just going to send them to people.
Yeah.
Because this is
All
just
right.
a-
Well,
a
we've done
dude.
good work here. I'm gonna go ahead and stop the recording.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bye, everyone.
Yeah.
So this
That's
is,
All
pretty
right.
cheap for the t-shirts, by the way. 13 quid's good.
yeah.
That is
So
good.
What's LB only? What's that mean?
left breast. So you know the shirts
Oh,
like
right, okay.
where like
yeah,
this,
yeah, where it's
this-
just a little bit.
yeah. So that's when.
See, I quite like the little one. I mean, once you get the colours right and sorted out, it looked great.
Yeah. So
Are you just going to put an outline? Or are you just going to do a? Are you going to redo
the controller
colours?
needs to be there, doesn't it? That's what it needs to
Yeah.
be. So it needs to be the controller, basically.
Yeah, I think it's very cool.
You
I
know,
like them.
Where is it? It needs to be that, doesn't it?
Yeah,
It
yeah.
needs to be that.
Yeah. So it's white. It's just missing the white bits,
Yeah,
isn't it?
so I'll send him that and say, it needs to be that.
It needs to be black on white, not white on black.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay, so that's fine. So it's just like a case of like how many we need or what. I was just gonna get a few, or like 2 of each or something like that. Start with that. I don't know. We'll have to. Maybe I'll do the actual maths of what we need, and then if you're happy with the prices, I'll just get them and then draw them out of the Patreon stuff.
Yep. No, that's fine.
Cool.
I'm very impressed. I think they all look good.
Looking good. Looking good.
I think they look great.
Yeah.
Grand Budapest Hotel.
Can you send me a picture of them? Obviously.
When he's done them correct, I'll send you that. How about that?
Yeah. Send me those.
Yeah. All right. Cool.
I think that looks great. Brilliant.
Lovely.
Very impressed.
All right. The stream's
Very
going to stop
impressed.
now as well. Bye.